looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music and I stay here for the night. I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind.
Hello and good evening everybody and welcome to this Gameweek 31 preview. Myself and Steve-O are here joining us. We'll have some guests tonight as well, and I just want to say that am I ready for this game week? You bet I am. I'm ready, but am I prepared? No, I'm not. All the hours working at the moment, it's crazy at work during the daytime. I want to say a massive thank you to all the moderators that we have had who have been dealing with the flow of people asking to join the Cash Mini League that we're setting up. Well, we didn't set up, so James Bang's Cash Mini League that he set up. We've got some breaking news in terms of that and a massive announcement to make tonight. So a massive thank you to all the moderators that are doing it. Thank you to everyone that's joining us this evening. We've got One Rovers Vlog, Sultan Saeed, we've got Simon Bellamy there, we've got the Linguistic Llama, we've got Chef Boys, we've got FPL Bear in chat, JP Goes on Mixer, Ramsey Sinclair, Ace Adventura, it's a name I haven't read out for a little while. Carl Patrick Vineyards there, hey buddy, how you doing? Francis Logan, and many others. Gabriel's about, how you doing buddy? Steve-O, we are less than 24 hours away and you may see some flashes throughout the stream, and that is literally because there is a massive thunderstorm right above my house at the moment. So yeah, how you doing, Steve-O?
Yeah, good. I think some people are getting late to the party because I think they're just finishing the stream that I did this morning. That went on for a very, very, very long time. It was a bit of a long one. Just say thanks to King Kun Lewis Kirkby and Dread FPL for joining me as guests. If you're unaware, I did the breakfast show this morning and it went on for nearly 3 hours. So, that was a bit of an epic stream. But, should we get this big announcement out of the way now, Jason, or do you want to do it a bit later on? What do you think?
Well, I think as I kind of touched on it a moment ago, we might as well just bring it up. So, yes, go ahead, Steve-O. Let everyone know what's happening in this £100 cash winner takes it all mini league that people are so desperate to join.
Yes, so you will be all aware about this cash mini league that James Bang has kindly set up. Where, as Jason's just mentioned, it's for £100, winner takes all. Not the case anymore. We have another community.
You what, Steve-O? Tell me more.
We've had another community member donate another hefty sum of money towards the prize pool. And we are going to give him a name check because he has been with us since day dot, but whether he was there since day dot or not is beside the point. The kind donation has come from Brett Mollison. You will recognise his name. He's a regular member of
long term.
Elite
He's
FPL.
he's been one of the OGs.
Yeah, he really has. And he's kindly donated a further £100 to be spread across the further second, third and fourth spots. So there's now 200
Fair play, Brett.
up for
Cheers,
grabs.
buddy.
We also have somebody else who I'm not going to name as it stands. I'm just waiting for this individual to let me know if I can officially announce. But we also have another member of the community, regular in the live chat. He may be here now. That has said that he would donate some money towards this cash league as well. So there will be a significant fee regarding James Bang Cash Mini League. But thank you to Brett, Jason.
Wow.
I think it's be honest. What did you say to me before we went on air about people donating this money?
I can't believe it. I can't believe that people would just part with their well-earned cash to kind of support. To kind of boost this league. It just shows that how excited they are for the season to resume, how the rivalries and the how powerful this community has become, really. I know I don't want to sound cheesy, but there are genuinely amazing friendships that are being formed within this community, and we get the same people coming back each stream, and it's just mind-boggling. I can't understand it that we've had someone willing to do that. I'm just so grateful.
Well, you can ask one of them now, because I can now give you the second breaking news. I can now let everybody know that Jim Parry, who is in the chat right now, give him some love. He before Brett Mollison had even announced any of this, Jim Parry actually contacted me earlier this morning and said that he would like to donate £25 of his own money. Initially, the idea was for that £25 to go to the runner-up, so second place. But this was all before we could announce the Brett Mollison news. And Jim Parry has just given me the green light to say, so it's 225 quid.
Oh.
So I would say that 125 quid is probably going to be spread out between second, third and fourth spots, or however we decide to break the money. But I just want to say again to Jim Parry, the kind donation, absolutely wonderful. And if you want to let Jason know, Jim, in chat, he'll be more than happy to read out your comments as to why someone like yourself is willing to donate that large amount of money to...
Yeah, I want one of these guys, Brett or Jim, come on the show and talk to us. I want to hear from you. Don't write it down. Come on and talk to us, man, and let us know what's going on. What's the psychology behind it? I'm fascinated, but I just want to say thank you, really. What else can I say other than that? Just blown away by the generosity of the members in the community. I know a lot of people, and I'm talking to everyone now that may be watching this live, maybe watching this on the replay, whatever platform you are viewing this on. You might want to join this mini league, but you may not get given the code. And if you don't get given the code, don't get upset about it, okay? Because we are working on a first come, first serve in terms of A, dealing with the people that have applied to be in it, B, the longevity of the people that are so we're rewarding people who have been here since the early days first. So we're prioritizing the old school guys purely out of fairness. I know a lot of people have joined our streams in the last few weeks. They've discovered us in the last few days, few weeks, and they're like, right, they're joining Discord. They're excited. They want to be a part of it. Don't feel let down if you don't get the code. It's nothing personal. It's just that we've only got a finite amount of places. We don't want to have 600 people in a cash. Sorry, but it's just, and then, someone from, I don't know, some obscure part of the world that we've never spoken to before in our lives, who's never been a regular listener and who's never been on Discord up until that one point where they've applied. We want someone who can win it, come on Discord and literally shout about it. We want to promote the fact that we are a community stream. We are literally, everything we do is centered around the community members, and it has to be that way, guys. But don't take it personally if you don't get an invite to this. There will always be next season, and guess what? Next season isn't that far away. All right, so yeah, don't get disheartened about it. All right, there'll be plenty more chances and opportunities to join Cash Mini Leagues.
Yeah, to give an example of, for example, what Jason was going on about 600 people. I mean, I can't.
I think we could probably easily get 600 people in it.
Of course, because the Elite FPL Community League, I reckon has got close to about 600, close to 2,000, maybe a bit more.
I don't even know.
To give you an example, so a very, very good friend of the show, our man Dylan, who's top of our Cash Mini League, he's 10 points behind top spot in the Community League, which is free for all to join. Someone called Luke Pierce, no disrespect, never heard of you, and he's top in the overall rankings. He's 629th.
But don't forget, we will have long-term listeners. I understand we will have a lot of people that don't comment in the streams because of one reason or another. They might just listen in. They might just literally just enjoy watching, and that's fine. I understand there will be people that will feel bad because they've not been given an invite to this. But generally speaking, those people, if they're happy to just sit back and not join Discord for whatever reason, then they're probably happy with that fact of not being going for all these jumps to get into this cash league.
To be honest with you, though, if I was part of a mini league of whatever it would be, and I was doing really, really well in it, I'd make it known to the mini league moderators that I'm listening into whatever content they're doing. I make sure that I'm emailing them whatever if I was doing really, really well. So, for example, again, I don't want to be picking on certain individuals, but if I was top of the Community League, for example, I'd be making sure I'd be coming to our streams and just saying, hello, I am 600 in the world. You get the idea, I think.
Yeah.
I think everybody understands where
people asking me about my McGinn pick, all right? That team is not going to be my final team, okay? So just ignore the McGinn pick. There's been a lot of changes in my mind since that. I just haven't confirmed any of my drafts yet. I've got them written down on bits of paper. I've got screenshots of them on my computer. But tonight, I'm hoping... Well, I've got no choice. By the end of tonight, I will need to choose a team and I would need to confirm it. Because tomorrow, I'm not joking, guys, I am going to have no time to think about FPL. Work at the moment is mental. Really busy. We're members of staff down at work. The workload is, I would say, twice the amount of work that we would normally be getting. So I haven't got a chance to even take a lunch break at the moment. So the fact is that tonight is my only opportunity to get my team sorted.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I just want to give an ode to a friend of the show, Davey FPL, this morning. So you may have seen on Twitter, Davey FPL said in the stream this morning that am I going to be celebrating with a McDonald's celebration stream tomorrow? I said, no, I'll be doing something else. Well, I bought this cake.
Oh, you're joking.
I don't know if you can see it. It's a football cake. But the problem is, Jason, again, I doubt you've even seen it. If you go on Twitter, you're more than happy to go on Twitter. There's nothing copyrighted on this video.
Have you already had a bite out of it?
Yeah, I am. Like I said, if you go on Twitter, you'll just bring it up on screen. But at Elite FPL, essentially, I just thought, to hell with it, I'm going to eat some of this cake. But I'll have a slice of this in a second while we're streaming. I know you're there, Daily Llama. Jump in the waiting room. We want to get you live on air now. But Jason, before we went live, you were well, you've just mentioned then how busy you've been and how.
Oh, it's mental. And people ask what I'm doing for work. Basically, put it this way: do you know those acrylic screens that everywhere seems to be having at the moment, like in Tesco, in Sainsbury's, in council buildings, in hotels around the country? Yeah, I'm basically, my job at the moment is manufacturing those screens and graphic designer as well. But at the moment, we're doing more in terms of designing like decals, PPE, visors, using PETG, using acrylic. Lots of materials at the moment that's taken up a lot of my time. So yeah, along with doing the run of the day jobs as well that I would normally be doing. So that's on top of my normal workload. So basically, I know people are busy at the moment, and people are furloughed, but I'm absolutely ran off my feet with work. So yeah, it's crazy.
Just reminded me, Gabrielle de Rops made a point here, and the reason why we're getting Llama on, and we're also going to potentially have another special guest this evening with Firetalk, because we want to discuss what's happening with the Champions League. Gabrielle de Rop saying good luck to Wayne Dean regarding the fact that he is looking into moving into the next round of the Champions League. So we're going to have you information on that. And also Davey P. I want to bring attention to this message that he's put, because it is very prominent. So Davey P is one of our moderators, not just on here but on Discord. He says, please feel free to DM a mod in Discord regarding this Cash Money League.
Yeah,
so,
again, they're doing a grand job in terms of keeping everyone up to date who have asked to join it. And obviously it's strict conditions that they know about in terms of who gets to come in. So yeah, don't feel offended if you don't get the code. It's nothing personal. It's just the fact is that we've only got a certain amount of spaces.
Yeah, we've already got something like 60 people already, Jason, in that mini league, and I reckon we're going to get close to possibly 100, maybe.
Well, I think probably it's not exactly out there to get them out. Yeah, out of reach. That's the word. I'm trying to. My multitasking is getting worse the older I get.
Come on, you can eat cake at the same time as hosting a show.
Well, what am I looking at?
You'll see a picture of a video of a cake.
I've seen a video. I got to see a picture of FPL Penguin. Oh God, it's the return of official FPL.
I can just bring it up.
How much have you had? So you what? Halfway through the cake almost.
Huh.
You and cake, mate. I would throw up. I would throw up if I ate that.
So you get big arms.
I can't believe this. I want you to see the storm. Hang on.
Here we go. It's an exclusive, everybody. Yeah, that is Will we get a flash?
You will get a flash in a minute. I'm telling you. I'm going to leave the camera on. Look at that. Look at that. Get the roof tiles. We're going to focus in on the glass, or we could focus in on the roof tiles. We'll focus in on the roof tiles. In fact, if I bring it full screen, that doesn't work. I'm not going to bring it full screen, but I was going to keep the storm camera on. See if you guys can spot some lightning any moment now. We'll leave that on.
This is why
lightning watch.
This is why people donate 225 quid to see someone eat cake and to watch lightning and...
Well, you know, every time a lightning bolt is seen on the stream, I want £2. I'm joking.
Come on, God. Shut up. Jason, we're here to talk FPL. And, like you say, you're struggling with your team, aren't you?
I am.
Tell us why.
Because I'm indecisive. I'm a quite indecisive kind of guy. I think it's because of... Now, forgive me, did Pep come out and give anyone a clear indication of who's... Oh, I think I might have saw something then. Hang on. Did Pep see it? I think Pep just basically confirmed rotation today, didn't he?
Well, he said that he's happy with the fitness of players, but he knows that some of them, or they can't play X amount of games and X amount of days. So he basically, confirmed rotation. However, I still think that you are going to have to go with, or he will have to go with the key players. That's why I've changed my team today. I've changed it, Jason.
Who have you changed it to? Oh, hang on.
And it's based on...
Are you going to bench boost?
No. I'm still...
What's all that about then? What's all about the bench boost that you were talking about then?
That was me just playing...
Panicking?
Not panicking, it was more like just going against my own advice. And
well, you do that a lot.
I know I agree. But you know how I like my history? Well, I've gone for the history, and when we come to our predictions, there's a certain player that stands out from Man City, and I'm captaining them no matter what. So,
gotta know the webcam look. Oh, you can't see it, but the guys on screen can. So we're just gonna wait for this lightning, because I'm sure there's gonna be some lightning in a minute.
It's amazing, isn't it? When you say there's going to be lightning, because it's been flashing all day.
Yeah, and then the moment I point the camera on it.
Sod's bloody law. But, yeah. Here's the predictions for everybody. And Jason, do you want to tell the audience about the Predictor game on the website? It's back up and running, isn't it?
It is. Predictions are back up and running. In fact, I can get that up on the screen. 2 seconds. Where are we?
I'm going to have to wash my hands, Jason, to be honest with you. Be back in 2 seconds.
Are you? No worries. Okay, let's bring up the predictions game. So the predictions game is... Yeah. EliteFPL.com/predictor or predictions or whatever it is. I can't remember now. You can go in there, you can log yourself in. Now, I know, obviously, this stage of the game, it's a bit late, but there is leaderboards on there, and, just the guys might want to just sign up so you got an account for next season, as we're not that far away now. But yeah, or just play it for fun. Play it for fun. Oh, where is this lightning? Well, I'm hoping I'm going to get something really good. It's probably gone now. The rain's still falling. 1 sec.
So this is what people come to see Elite FPL for. Tobias, is there still a chance of getting in the cash lead next season? Yes. Yes, there is. Next season, obviously, we will definitely be making sure that we sort out the Cashman League. There's going to be a lot of admin involved in that, but it is one of those where we will be making sure that gets sorted. But as you can imagine, this is a very, very difficult thing to set up with the amount of people that want to join it from all walks of life across the world. There's a lot of admin involved. So all I will say, Tobias, or anybody that's wanting to join the Cashman League that didn't join it this year, make sure that you stay tuned for information regarding that. But what I will say is that we have still got 9 game weeks upcoming. It is fascinating. And like I said to Jason, I have actually changed my team. What I will do is put it in team screenshots.
I think the cloud's going. Sorry, I know this is not fascinating for a lot of people, but I do like lightning. I do like the odd bit of lightning. Anyway.
I'll put it in team screenshots and Jason will be able to put it up. But yeah, Jason, so come on. The issues with your team, what's the problem here apart from the basics of indecisiveness? What are you struggling with?
you really want to know? It's just basically, oh my god, the camera's a bit of a wonk now. What am I struggling with? I'm struggling with like, do I Aubameyang or don't I Aubameyang? Essentially, and right. do I Mane or do I go without Mane? You know, because it's all about money. It's all about having the money, isn't it? It's all about having the money to be able to do what you want, bringing in the players you want to bring in, and if you've got money tied up in Aguero, Aubameyang, you know, such and such, you don't really, you have to make sacrifices elsewhere and bring in like the likes of McGinn or Fleck.
Yes, that's completely right. Well, if you bring up my team, I've just put in team screenshots, and I can announce that we have got a special guest with us now. Llama, are you there?
Hello.
There he is. There is the Daily Llama. He is going to be a guest on our show. And like I say, everybody, Llama is going to be hopefully bringing you news. Well, he will be bringing news regarding the Champions League and everything, because it's very important that we get that all sorted.
Is that your Llama, team, is it? In the team screenshots?
It's my latest team, yeah. And it's got that man that you just said, Mane. And the reason why I went with this, and I got rid of Sterling, is because, like I said, I like my history, and Sterling versus Arsenal and Burnley is useless. And I actually think that I will get more points from Mane across 2 games than I will Sterling. Edison would be my third choice Man City player. I think that Man City have actually got a very, very good chance of getting 2 clean sheets. They're guaranteed one against Burnley. I mean, ironically, they'll probably get the clean sheet against Arsenal and concede against Burnley, but that's by the by. I had 6.4 left in the bank, and I thought, who's 6.4 that does really, really well? And it's Shota. I thought, to hell with it. Just bring him in. I got Lundstram in. There's been a lot of talk about Lundstram. He's apparently been okay in friendlies. And I actually like the look of that team. It's got all the big hitters that you want. It's covering Liverpool. Like I say, I think it's going to be a nice game against Everton. Could be quite rewarding. And yeah, moving forward with it, like I said, I'm wildcarding in Gameweek 31. So unlike, unfortunately, like people like yourself who have only got the one chip and our bench boosting, you are in a big dilemma.
A little bit. I mean, again, it's all or nothing for me, really. I know that I could be falling into a big trap by bringing in Aston Villa and Arsenal players. You know, more than one, 2. More than 1 is kind of more than 2 is kind of and more than, I think 3 is, 2 is kind of like alarm bells, 3 is kind of nuts.
Well, interestingly enough, this morning, I forgot how I did it, and I realised how I did it. I actually had a front 3 of Kane, Vardy and Aguero.
Oh, Kane, you had to say his name, didn't you? Don't know what the love is in Harry Kane at the moment.
Well, he's come back after an injury. He's going to be keen to play. He's going to want to prove something.
Spurs, mate.
Well, yeah, they've got a tough game against Man United. I mean, I'm predicting 1-1 in that game. I think they're going to cancel each other out. But I don't know, moving forward with it, I just think he's going to... I don't know why. I think we were talking about... I don't know what day it was now, but was it yesterday or whatever it was, about it being a trap, this double game week? That's why I'm only interested in one Arsenal player, which is, as it stands, Aubameyang. Who else do I want from Arsenal? Leno? No. Not particularly. I'd rather take Edison over Leno.
So thinking, I mean, in terms of Arsenal, who would you want? I mean, you've obviously said that you've got Aubameyang in that team. You probably are going to keep him in your team for safety reasons because of the amount of people that have got him. But away at Man City, I think you're looking at 2 points. I don't know. I think Arsenal's just going to... Thing is, you're not going to be able to score goals if you can't keep the possession. And I don't think Arsenal are going to be able to keep possession for long periods of time against Man City. So it could be one of those where Man City just boss the game, have the majority of possession, and Arsenal don't score because of the fact that they don't have the ball. I think it's a lot of money in Aubameyang. I'm at the thought of ditching Aubameyang and then bringing in Mane into my team, and then using like kind of. I think I'm quite happy to take a punt on Nketiah. I really am. I know Dan's not a fan of him, but I know a lot. I think he's got the qualities. I think Arteta knows, and I just got a feeling that he's going to feature in a fair few minutes in these games. I mean, okay, he might come on late, or might come on against Man City, but I think he'll feature against Brighton. That's my gut feeling anyway. And he's cheap as chips. Obviously, as a bench boost, I need to have, starters really. I need to make sure I optimize points. So, yeah, looking at that team that you've got there, I like the Jota pick. I do like that. You've got Lundstrom in your team now. That's a bit of a gamble. Well, we all know what Lundstrom can do, and he's in form in the friendlies at the moment. So yes, I understand. Edison, the safest pick in that Man City defence, other than Laporte. Yeah, De Bruyne, Aguero. I mean, most of these faces. I mean, other than Jota, and I've seen in lots of wildcard drafts at the moment. Oh, not wildcard drafts, but just seen in it's just very templatey. Like you're looking like 2-3 players away from basically the template. I would say Alexander-Arnold. I mean, people are going to be probably keeping hold of him as well through this double game week, because like you said, why bring in trash into your team for the double game week where
because just
Alexander-Arnold himself can outscore away at Everton, Target, Reina, McGinn, all these players that I was thinking about. So it's just one of those where you're left to look a fool.
So are you, Davey P, obviously here now, are you now going into the potential mindset of actually maybe just going with single game week players and bringing in the coverage of
I can't decide, Steve-O. Steve-O, it's like a war that's raging in my head at the moment. It's the whole... Right, so there's literally the side of me that's like, you know what, Jay? Just go with your gut and just have a bit of fun. And there's another side of me that's like, listen to what other people are saying. Don't be a fool. Play it safe. And there's the war that goes on at the moment, and literally reinforcements are coming in on one side, tanks are being brought in on the other side, and it's just battles raging on, and I have absolutely no idea who's going to win. And that's the frustrating part, because I do like to have a bit of fun with this game. So
it's an actual battle royale then?
Here he is. Look, I thought you'd bring up Call of Duty, Llama. You must be an expert now.
Sorry, I'm a bit late, lads.
You don't need to mute your mic. You don't need to mute your mic in here. It's fine. You're amongst
friends.
Sorry,
I'm a little bit late there. I had kids nicking water out the paddling pool, so I had to go down and rescue it. How are we all doing? Steve got inside your head yet, Jason?
No, you would never get inside my head, mate. I've got inside my own head.
I heard you're doing deals now.
Deals?
Yeah. You can get inside your head for free.
Oh, no, don't need to worry about getting inside my head.
Oh, okay.
I can only worry about that if I was in the top 1,000 or something, then yeah. But I'm so far away from achieving anything this season that I really don't put any pressure on my own team selections. And the fact that I do a podcast with Steve-O is the only real pressure that I've got to make things go right. But to be honest with you, like Steve-O says, big middle finger up to those people who are there to criticise you when things are not looking so good in your team, but then it pays off. But
so Steve-O, so you're bench boosting, and Steve-O, you're triple captaining, yeah?
Well, I'm tempted to change my mind and just do captain.
Oh, Steve-O doesn't know what he's doing.
He looks so calm, and he's like, yeah, that's it, lads. It's locked in now. I ain't changing it. I'm happy with my team.
The thing with the triple captaincy, though, Llama, is the fact that this is another bit of advice I say to everybody. What's the point in triple captaining someone that's going to be captained by a lot? And we went through all this morning, and I worked out that if I was to do bench boost, I'd get roughly about 26 points. And with Aguero, the maximum amount of points that he would probably get, I've worked out to be something like 26.
Do you know what?
So,
sorry to interrupt, but I'm actually not doing as bad as I thought. On 247,000. That's not that bad if you think about it. Okay, I know I haven't got any chips. I know that, but it's not too bad.
The game's changed now. This Cash Mini League is around because now everybody let's be realistic here. The majority of people that are going to be participating in that Cash Mini League, it's 9 game weeks. I bet they'll take that more seriously than they'll do with it. Now, obviously, it ties in with the overall rank and everything. I get all that. It also ties in with the the Cash Mini League. But James Bang's Cash Mini League, for people like me, I'm going to be really making sure that I concentrate on that a lot. And I've got to cover that.
You could easily just concentrate on that, and then your OR will just whatever happens.
Well, to be fair, the amount of quality players that are going to be participating in that llama. I mean, our man Dylan, as an example, he'll be in there. He's like top, well, literally about 1,000th, basically. I mean, you're in a similar situation to me. Are you going to be taking this James Bang Mini League seriously?
I've got all my chips left.
Then I would be. If you've got all your chips left, I'll be taking it seriously because I don't have all my chips left. I don't really. I'm a defeatist really because I'm thinking if I don't have a free hit, if I don't have a wild card, and a triple captain, that's automatically put me at a massive disadvantage. Like I'm thinking like about 60 points already, worse off, maybe even more.
Well, you say that, but then you could, like what Steve-O's just said, you could dump a triple captain chip on Aguero, and I don't know, stick your vice on Salah, and none of the two of them get any minutes. You know, so you say that you're. At a disadvantage. Yeah, you are, I suppose, because you've not got the chips. However, nobody knows how this is going to pan out over the next 8 or 9 game weeks. I mean, it could go anywhere. You could see people getting starts that are 16-year-old because, do you know what I mean? There's teams there with nothing to play for. But then, like every other season, you know this, that towards the end of the season, you get your teams at the bottom of the league all of a sudden start fronting points left, right and centre, so it could be right. Random names coming up with high scores.
We went through this last night with Dan, and essentially we came to the conclusion that avoiding the teams on the beach. I mean, Lewis Kirkby made this point actually this morning, and I know Lewis is here. Afternoon, Lewis. Southampton, Crystal Palace, Everton, Burnley. Those 4 teams, they're all on the beach. Avoid them like the plague. They're going to be rotated. They're going to be dropping points left, right and centre, I think. I mean, ironically, going on what you just said, they could also be a bit more free. I mean, Burnley is a prime example. When Sean Dyche lets the shackles off, surprise, surprise, they score goals.
Yeah.
So they could come out the blocks but up against Man City, no chance. The teams at the bottom of the table fighting for something, you got like Norwich, Pookie, Cantwell. Who else was there that we were discussing yesterday regarding bottom side teams? Aston Villa, of course.
Yeah, Aston Villa, yeah.
McGinn. And then, of course, at the top of the table, you got certain teams that are going to be fighting for European places, Champions League places, etc. But ironically, Man City and Liverpool are the 2 teams that once everything's sorted, once Liverpool get the 6 points, I think it is really going to be a case of Pep and Klopp roulette. I really do mean that.
Yeah.
But it's the fact they've got 5 substitutions. I just agree with Andy, Let's Talk FPL. I really do agree with him that actually 5 substitutions may actually mean that a lot of first teamers could be starting or could be coming on later on, like in having at least 30-40 minutes. They'll have a lot of rest. And I saw that Solskjaer has come out today.
Who? With Solskjaer?
Solskjaer's come out, yeah. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come out with words to the effect of, now we've got 5 substitutions. I can have X amount of players on the subs bench and actually give rest to more players and stuff like this.
Yeah.
So
Greenwood still won't get a start though.
No, of course
it don't matter how many goals he scores in like the last 10 minutes of a game, he still won't start.
But I certainly think for people like Jason, I think just concentrating on talisman from the specific teams moving forward is
and I think that's the other thing. And I know Davey P started it and we're kind of winding him up a little bit at the weekend there, but you can't ignore some of the fixtures on these single game weeks either, or this particular game week, like your Liverpools, etc. Your Wolves. Wolves have got an absolute belting running. So yeah, you can't look past single game week teams.
I mean, Cy Bellamy making the point there's no chance they'll be bringing on their best players second half. I'm thinking that teams like Liverpool, Man City will be, because this is their pre-season. It's their pre-season. Once this season ends, 2-3 weeks later, it's back into the new season. So it's
crazy.
This is pre-season friendlies essentially, but with a competitive nature at stake. With the fact that
I think I've totally missed something, but I take it like, see all like your cups, your FA Cups and Mickey Mouse Cups and all these kind of things. Are they all scrapped?
No.
No.
Yes, the FA, the Carling Cup, whatever you want to call it, that's been scrapped, but the FA Cup is still continuing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about your Champions League and all that? Is that all finished with?
That's apparently happening in August.
Oh.
Yeah, so none of it's going to have any effect on Premier League whatsoever, because the FA Cup fits in within midweek.
When is the Premier League going to start up again? When is that? That's the question, isn't it?
It'll be late August, mid to late August.
It's mental. It's so mental. Like, this is just we're going to be seeing so much football.
And you think
it's going to be brilliant.
I pre-ordered a 65-inch TV.
Get it on, man.
And you think that the turnaround for the actual game, the official fantasy game, is only going to have like 2 weeks to get all the data inputted, everything. This is going to be frightening for them.
What about the transfer window? Are they extending it, or are they going to be opening up? What are they doing? Is there any news on that?
I don't have.
I think FIFA was saying something, or UEFA was saying something about the transfer window, and I was half reading it, and I didn't know. Who's that outside your house, Steve?
Someone's breaking into a car.
It's a dodgy labour do you live in, mate?
Nah, it's the new sound of the ice cream van, just trying to be discreet.
Yeah.
I've just actually had some clarification from Paul Lee. The Carabao Cup hasn't actually been scrapped, and Man City actually won it against Villa. That's how much I take notice of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do recall that. Yeah, the Milk Cup.
That's it, yeah. So we're completely falling flat on the face. Llama, come on. Have you changed any thought processes or ideas regarding your team?
As I say,
still set with what you're planning on doing?
Yeah, my team's pretty much set. It has been since I switched FPL back on at the weekend. Not really changed it since then. Had to play, well, didn't have to, but played my free hit. The team that I've got coming back in 31, I think it is, isn't too bad a team. It's got your Chelsea players in it, your Wolves players in it.
You put it in the team screenshots, Llama?
No.
No? All right.
Someone said there's a Bang Cash League there. I ain't revealing nothing.
Okay. What do you think of me? What do you think of me doing my team on the air tonight?
Yeah, go for it. I need a good laugh.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, isn't it?
Do you wanna...
But yeah, nah. So Steve, just back to your question there. I've just mixed it up a little bit, pal. So got my double game week players in there that I think will do all right. And also not forgetting the single game week players that have got decent fixtures, basically. So I think it's a good mix of the two. 7 or 8 players, I think. Double game weeks, 3 or 4 single game weeks.
Shall we stop this burglar because it's driving me up the wall?
Someone's going to go back down to a car on bricks.
I've never heard that before, and then all of a sudden when you've got brand new internet cable.
Yes, Steve.
Is that you got Ethernet?
Finally, Steve, ladies and gentlemen, can we get a round of applause?
A round
chat,
of likes.
please.
Yes.
A round of applause, a round of likes on the stream. That's it. A round of likes. Can we get 200 likes on this stream, please? Steve-O has managed to get himself an Ethernet cable from his router, if you're in the States, to his laptop. Yeah. Thank. I nearly swore.
I don't want to lose that £2. It's gone up a bit.
We don't.
Thank Fleck for that.
Thank Fleck for that. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. But yeah, you get to see more reliable streams in future from Steve-O, which is it's ideal.
Hopefully. Shall we go with the predictions, Jason? Shall we start?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me log in. Let me log into the score predictor game. Just give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves. That's nice to have you back on here, Lama. But can we just go over the Elite Champions League while I'm doing this?
Yeah, I was gonna. I thought Firetalk might actually have been on.
Is he going to come and jump in, or do you know, or has he said that?
I'm not 100%. He did say that he's working, and then remember, there's that time difference of him being in Bahamas or wherever it is.
Paradise.
9 o'clock.
Paradise, anyway. Yeah.
Paradise Island. Yeah.
But no. So thanks very much again to Firetalk. Absolute legend. He's basically just went in, waited until FPL had updated to find out exactly what was remaining game week wise and how that was all going to figure out and feature out. So essentially what he's done is, instead of what we were going to do was have like home and away legs as we went into the knockout phases, the quarterfinals, semis and the finals, etc. So we've changed that. It's now just going to be singles, and the way that it works out, I think it all rounds up round about game week 35 now instead of 38. But essentially, the panic's over, the Champions League's still happening, and there's still a massive amount to play for. So I think what makes it even more relevant is the fact that people are playing free hits, people are playing bench boosts, people are playing triple captains, and there's still a lot of positions to be picked. To qualify to go into the knockout round. So there's a lot hanging in the balance of this game week. And then what I've said to Firetalk is we'll get a Llama Lounge organised. Don't know how this is going to work because it'll only be every 2-3 days at this rate. Just to try and give the guys in the chat and the community a kind of overview of how everyone's doing and, you know, who's advancing where and who's up against who. So we'll try and get something, whether it's a recording and we put it up in the channel, or even better if we try and do something live. So yeah.
So for people like Wayne Dean, who he said something about he needed to win his last qualifying match or whatever. What does that actually mean in real terms now? How is it all going to work with?
It's just the exact same, Steve-O. So basically the way COVID really put a spanner in the works for obvious reasons. And the way it worked out with the Champions League was it was right at the last game week before the knockout phase. So everything's just hanging in the balance now, but this is the return game week, which will decide who goes into the last 32. 32? Yeah, 32 I think it is, yeah.
What chance have I got of that?
I think you're doing alright. I think what I'll probably try and do is see if I can lump together somehow something just to give people a kind of rough understanding of where they're sitting. But everything's there. It's on your site in the Champions League tab. Firetalk, being the man that he is updated it all. So massive thank you to him.
Such an awesome community member. Helping us with that.
Nah, superstar.
Yeah,
there's John Harris telling you've no chance, Jason. That's what John's telling you.
Well, I misjudged John Harris. I felt like I had easily was going to beat him in the virtual FPL, but guess what? It was my own downfall. I took a -4 when I didn't need to.
What was it? You ended up losing by a point, wasn't it?
I lost by a point, but I took a -4 and I'm a free hit. Don't even ask. It's because I was just so flipping concentrating on the FPL returning that I just completely didn't plan or prepare or anything. Anyway,
talking of FPL returning, do you want to tell the audience what our plan is for tomorrow?
Right.
Well, yeah, tomorrow basically.
Every man and his dog every man and his dog, anyone that's got a webcam and a microphone is going to be doing some sort of video or stream tomorrow. Okay, so we're not streaming, we're not covering any of the games. We're going to just have a night off.
Yeah.
But no, I said that to Steve. Only said that we can't do that because apparently it would be upsetting to our viewers. So instead, we're going to be breaking it into 2 streams. Steve-O's going to be streaming from... Well, Steve-O, what time are you going to be streaming from tomorrow?
Probably... Well, when does Aston Villa kick off? So that's 6 o'clock. Probably from 5:30, I reckon. 5:30.
So, you know, jump onto our stream at 5:30. and then so you'll be covering the Aston Villa Sheffield United game.
Yeah.
Finishing roughly around about 7:45. Is that right?
Something like that, yeah.
And then you'll be going off. I might jump on Discord actually to talk to you during that as well, to kind of give my thoughts on the game because I'll be watching it. And then I'll be jumping on to cover the Man City Arsenal game at 8 o'clock. Well, just before 8 o'clock, literally five minutes after Steve-O goes off air. 10 to 8, I'll be going live to cover the Man City Arsenal game. My aim is to have a video of the game in front of me. And Steve-O, if you're wanting to come on as well, I don't know what your plans are tomorrow. You can come and join me. Whatever. Trevor. But we'll work it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Essentially, tomorrow evening when the games are on, we are covering them. That's all you need to know. So make sure you stay with us. You know how important it is for us to cover these games and everything. And I think that beautifully links us into the Predictor game, Jason.
Well, I'm just trying to find out where I am. Oh, I'm actually... Hang on. I'm trying to find the groups. Right, so I'm in Group F.
Oh, is this Champions League, is it?
Yeah, so I'm in Group F. Where is the... Group stats, group standings. Here we go. Oh, I'm 3rd. Oh.
Can you still get through?
I'm tied on 2nd. I'm joint 2nd.
Ah, there you go.
How many games left? How many games are left?
Just one.
Just one.
Oh my god. 1 game.
That's all you need.
And who am I up against? Let's have a look. Oh, I hope it's a spanner. I really hope it's a spanner team that doesn't got a clue how to play the game.
The Juggernauts, my goodness. Come out of nowhere, an FPL lad. Saw your video. It was about 30 seconds with FPL Penguin. Why didn't you make
Jason,
it?
you're playing as.
I'm Az, against Az. Who's he? Who's he then? Never heard
Who's
of him
Az?
before in my life.
Well, he's panicking over Jesus and Mahrez, so...
Actually, yeah.
It's alright, just a tiny hurdle to overcome.
So,
FPL lads in chat, how you doing, buddy? FPL04 on Periscope tuning in. Welcome to all our Periscope viewers. Welcome to all our Facebook viewers and the Twitch viewers and Mixer viewers. We have got them. I can see we've got people watching on different platforms and we like that.
Yeah, say hello to all of us from wherever you're watching us from. Let us know where you're watching us from, and Jason will he will let you know where you are. But Jason, shall we go on with this predicting then?
Go on then. Right, okay. So we start off the game week with the mighty Aston Villa up against Sheffield United. Now, people stacking up on Aston Villa players, people stacking up on Sheffield United players. Will it be a 0-0? Will it be a clean sheet for Sheffield United? Will it be a clean sheet for Aston Villa? Will it be 0-0? No, I don't see it. I see goals in this game for both teams, and I'm going to go with a 2-1 away win for Sheffield United.
Well, I'm doing it the reverse. I'm going 2-1 to Aston Villa.
Really?
I think Villa are going to come out on top of this. I'm going 2-1 to Villa. It's based on absolutely nothing other than I do think that Aston Villa are going to come out on top.
Wow.
Llama?
1 each.
Oh, you're going for a drab 1-1. So no clean sheets straight away from either of us three. So what about then? So Man City versus Arsenal. I think personally
this could be a cricket score, mate. Like this could be.
I don't know about being a cricket score. I think I'm giving Man City 3 goals. I'm saying 3-1. I think Arsenal will score. No, sorry, I said 3-0. No, 3-1. 3-1 to Man City.
I think this could be something stupid like 7.
God.
7. I don't know. Will City concede? That's 7-1, 7-2.
Come on, are you serious?
Yeah, I am actually. I just think that there's been no Premier League for so long. There's a team that just absolutely shocking at defending, who have had no practice, hardly any practice, who've been 6s and 7s in their friendly games. David Luiz looks like he doesn't know what he's doing in defence, and I think that this could be quite an entertaining game of football, and I'm so glad I'm covering it. I haven't been smoking. No, 7-2. I'm going to go 7-2, and you know, I really hope it ends 7-2 so I can rub your face in it, Wiz. I really do. It's like that time when Wiz said that Man United couldn't beat City, and they did, but you know, he told me I was smoking something then as well.
Llama, are you optimistic for Man City scoring that amount of goals?
I think they'll score a few goals. How many will Arsenal get? Bearing in mind that City's defence ain't exactly the rock solid, or it wasn't. 5-2 City.
See, you're saying 5-2. I mean, that's still a pretty high scoring game, and Steve-O's like just going with a 3-0.
I'm just interested. I'm just interested
3-1.
to see how these games are going to pan out, because it will be like almost like training sessions, like behind closed doors.
It's gonna be like, I don't think we appreciate how unfit certain individuals are going to be in these teams.
Yeah, but
like,
did you say that, Jason? We're all going to come back like 18 stone in that.
No. What I mean is, I don't mean unfit. Sorry, in terms of like unfit.
We're going to be playing walking football only. Walking football only, lads. Just 2 touches, 2 touch only, 2 touch.
No, I mean like they're not going to be sharp. They're not going to be.
Yeah.
And I think Man City are going to just walk through Arsenal's defence and just.
So you're agreeing then it is going to be walking football.
And I think Leno, as good as he is, I think he's just going to be picking the ball out of his net a few times. I'm honestly, I'm going to go 7-2, and I'm comfortable. I'm not even going to call this an out there prediction. I really am not. And Joe Page is saying 6-2 City. Davey P saying 2-1 because it's Davey P. And he wants to be different.
Yeah. Well, here we go. We've all missed this line. What does the history say regarding certain players in this game? I've gone with the most popular captaincy options. Kevin De Bruyne, Aguero or Sterling. So, against Arsenal, Kevin De Bruyne, 5 starts, 1 sub-appearance, 3 goals. Sterling, 4 starts, 2 goals. 4 starts, 2 goals, 2 assists. Aguero, 5 starts, 5 goals, 1 assist versus Arsenal. So, Juggernauts, I know you're watching this. There's your history versus Arsenal, and I'll let you know what the Burnley one is, because that's even more impressive from a certain player. But we move on to Norwich versus Southampton, and I think this is going to be a simple game for Norwich. I'm going 2-1 to Norwich.
Interesting. What makes you say that, Stevie?
Because Norwich have got everything to fight for. Pookie, I think, can do some damage along with Cantwell, Duda, Buendia. Southampton have got nothing to play for. They're absolutely useless. And I think Norwich are going to come out on top of this. So I think it's going to be a pretty boring game, this one. But I'm going 2-1, Jace.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty sensible score prediction. I think Norwich have got the quality to beat Southampton. I agree. 2-1. I'm going to agree with you on that one. 2-1. Llama.
Yeah, without sounding too boring, but yeah, 2-1 is what I had in my head. So yeah, I have to agree, to be honest. Danny Ings, the only one that will be scoring.
So now the next game is on to, well, it's both of your stuff. It's both of your teams. It's Man United. It's Spurs and United. I'll just give my prediction and then let you two chat about United. I think this is going to be both teams cancelling each other out. I'm going pretty drab game. I'm going 1-1.
Oh, wow! I think you're bonkers. I think you're going to see goals in this game. Man United's defence haven't been the best this season. I mean, you were bigging up Harry Kane, and a few people were talking about possibility of bringing in Spurs players, maybe even Aurier. I think there's going to be goals for both teams. I don't think it's going to be 1-1. I think that Man United are going to be a force to be reckoned with for the next 9 game weeks. I think we're going to be challenges for Europe, and I think we're in good place. We're in a good spot at the moment, and I'm going to go with a 3-2 win for Man United.
3-1. 3-1 to United.
Remember,
very
guys.
Biased. Very biased. Come on. What's me?
It's because, like I've said, I mean, Tottenham, they're pants at defending. And unlike virtual FPL, Rashford's back and he can actually score goals. He's got, and you know, Pogba's on the fringes. Even though anyway, Bruno Fernandes, Martial, you know, Jesse Lingard. I'm joking. You know,
he's got age on his side.
He's only young. He's fine. He's only 27. What I was going to say is that as bad as United have been in terms of keeping clean sheets this season, I do think they've got enough to keep Tottenham at bay and get the win. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like 2 or 3-1 to Man United. I'm going to go 3-2 out of courtesy of the fact that Harry Kane is back. Probably end up getting a dodgy penalty from VAR or something like that and scoring a penalty to make it 3-2. But yeah, 3-2 Man United. And you know, I don't. If it ends 1-1, Steve-O, I will literally, I will donate £25. I'll donate 20. I'll buy you a new shirt with actual arms on it.
It's got to be 2XL this time.
Is that because of all the cake you've been eating?
Pretty much, yeah. All the cake and chin-ups.
Right. Okay.
Moving on to the next game. It's Saturday. I mean, it's just every single day, barring Thursday. We got football. It's brilliant. It's the lunchtime. I've been up since 4:30. It's the lunchtime kickoff. It's Watford versus Leicester. I think this is going to actually have some goals in it, but in favour of Leicester. I am giving Watford a goal though, but I'm going Daily Lama's scoreline to Man United. I'm going 3-1 to Leicester, Jace.
3-1 to Leicester. Thing is, Jamie Vardy, right? He's been in and out of my head since the weekend and since Saturday, and I'm thinking, again, it's another player that can easily outscore these drab double game week players. You know, got all excited when this double game week got announced. You think, oh yeah, we can load up on these players. But Jamie Vardy against Watford, I think it's just got goals. What did you say? Sorry, Steve?
3-1.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it being, and Jamie Vardy's going to be at the centre of majority of those goals. So, yeah, I don't want to nick your prediction. I'm going to go 2-0 Leicester.
I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1. Reasoning as to why, Lama?
Because I don't know. I just think it's one of those games where you think Leicester should be all over Watford. Just can't see it happening. I think it'll end up just being a boring game and it'll just be 1-1.
I'm just looking at the fixtures here, what times they're going on. It's very, very unlikely, but there's a chance that someone asked me, I forget who it was, on the morning stream, the breakfast show this morning, about whether I'd be doing a match of the day style challenge. Well, I'm telling you now, Sunday morning I could be doing a match of the day challenge for these games because I can easily avoid the football. That's not difficult for me at all. And the fact that they're spread out across the day, 12:30, 3, 5:30, 7:45. I reckon I could be doing a match of the day challenge for the breakfast show on Sunday morning. So stay tuned for notifications on Twitter at Elite FPL for that. But talking of 3 o'clock kickoffs, it is Brighton versus Arsenal.
Wait, you don't think you don't want to go live at 12 o'clock till 10 o'clock then? You don't want to do a 10 hour. You don't feel like doing a 10-hour stream, Steve?
No chance. Especially with teams. I mean, look at them, just awful teams. I couldn't care less about any of them. But one of the teams which will
do a match of the day challenge, mate, because I'm busy Saturday, but Sunday I'm going to do my CBT Sunday.
That's right, yeah.
So I'm going to get myself a little 125 so I can go around on that. I'm so looking forward to that. But I will love nothing more than driving back from the from the CBT, listening in. Because obviously I won't be able to watch, but listening in to you react to the scores. That'd be awesome.
To be fair, though, the games, like I said, I've got no investment in. Watford, Leicester, I've got no assets. Brighton, Arsenal, I've got, as it stands, 1. It'll probably end up being 1. West Ham, Wolves, 1 player. Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, just awful, awful games.
I just can't believe what I'm hearing from both of you, to be honest. You've got Bournemouth against Crystal Palace staring at you as the last game on the Saturday, and none of the two of you are excited by that.
I'm trying to hype myself up, but I just can't.
I said it to someone at work. It's the first game shown on the BBC Premier League wise for I couldn't even tell you how many years. Probably the first one ever, and that's it. Bournemouth.
Are they going to play the music, the match of the day music?
I don't have a clue.
They should do, shouldn't they, for nostalgia?
Well, we'll get onto that game in a minute. We've got Brighton Arsenal to cover, and I think Arsenal will get a clean sheet in this game. I think it's going to be tight. 2-0 to Arsenal. I think they'll do a professional job, as I like to say.
I think Arsenal will win 3-1.
Okay, 3-1. Jace,
Arsenal can't keep a clean sheet, and this is going against my Leno pick. Yeah. Someone said in the chat, "Oh, these predictions. Why are you going with Leno in goal?" You've got a point. It's just I think can Brighton can score against Arsenal. Anyone could score against Arsenal. I could score against Arsenal. Like literally. Well, I might just have to hang around the goal for about 45 minutes, but I reckon I could score against Arsenal. Stand behind Leno all the game, push him out of the way. I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with a kind of a 2 or 3-1 to Arsenal as well. I'm going to go 2-1 to Arsenal.
FPL mechanic Llama saying, "Do you remember that Villa game at Villa Park you covered for us? Do you remember that?"
I'll never forget it. You were eating your pasty for most of the game. That was about the highlight of your day.
No.
Who was it? The highlight was how many jelly beans it would take to choke a kestrel. That's what we were discussing whilst having a bottle.
No kestrels were harmed during the thought process of making that statement.
No. What was that game? Was it not Villa Everton or something?
I know it was. We thought it was going to be really, really high scoring, and it just turned out to be.
I can't have been Villa Everton then.
I'm sure it was Leicester, but anyhow, we moved.
It was Leicester, I think it was Leicester.
Yeah. We move on to what could be an interesting game, actually. It's West Ham versus Wolves. I think Wolves are going to come out on top of this pretty well. I'm pretty sure I gave them a clean sheet earlier, and I am going to give them a clean sheet. I'm going 3-0, Jason.
It was Villa Norwich.
Yeah, I've just read that in the chat. Cheers, boys.
That's it.
Yeah.
Two teams can't defend.
It's a good thing that there are people in the chat that have got a memory that's longer than a goldfish, because I'm useless. Like, ask me what I did last week. I will literally look at you like a blank stone.
Ask me what I did on the breakfast show. I'd look at you like a blank stone.
But it's all good fun.
But yeah, Jason, West Ham versus Wolves.
Yeah, let's be honest. A game that people are going to have the likes of Jota, like you said, Jimenez. Jimenez girlfriend or missus is due to be giving birth very soon, isn't she? As well, it could be something to. I don't know how soon that is. It's worth noting, but I don't know. I'm going to go with a convincing Wolves win this game. Sorry, West Ham fans. Wiz. I'm 3-0 to Wolves. 3-0 Wolves.
2-0 Wolves. 2-0.
So what was that? 3-0, Jason, you say?
Correct.
And you're saying 2-0, Wiz?
Yes.
Llama, sorry.
I am.
Now then, we just mentioned the Bournemouth versus Crystal Palace game. I predicted this, and I'm still going to stick with it. 0-0. I think this could prove why, everybody bangs on about the Premier League being the greatest.
Why we waited 3 months.
That's my point. Bangs on about the Premier League being the greatest league ever since sliced bread, and this will be the game where everybody's just going to go, what on earth are we
Early night tonight.
Yeah. I'm going 0-0. Dire game.
Oh, Charlie's saying 2-0 to Bournemouth. Callum Wilson party.
Yeah. I can see. If I was going to put it in anybody's favour, it would be Bournemouth. 1-2-0, something like that. I just don't see Crystal Palace scoring, basically.
1-0.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking 1-1.
Yeah, 1-0. See,
it's going to be. I can just see it now where they're going to be building up this match like it's like Man United versus Man City for the title or something. They're going to be building up like that. Then it's going to get to half time and Gary Lineker's just going to be sat there just like, well, what did you think about that? Because I don't know what to talk about.
Yeah.
Alan, tell us about something because nothing happened. You just see it now.
With the way they played in the back four, it's just unbelievable. The defending's absolutely shocking.
Then it'll be back to Gary Lineker and be like, moving on to Sunday's fixtures.
Yeah. Let's have a look at what happened on Thursday night's games.
Yeah. Let's go back and watch how Man City scored 7 against Arsenal. Yeah. Can we just play that game instead?
We're about to go back to the second half here at Bournemouth. Nah, just forget it, lads. Just go to the pub, sod this. I ain't even watching it. The players haven't even bothered coming back out the tunnel. That's how excited they are.
So we're now expecting basically these two teams to get 3 goals each in a thriller. But Lama, what do you think of this game?
What's that, sorry?
The score line for this game, what do you reckon?
1-1, sorry.
Oh, you're going 1-1 as well.
Yeah.
So moving on to Sunday, we open up with. Well, I'm predicting 2 0-0s in a row here. I can see Newcastle, Sheffield United being 0-0, but actually, I predicted this morning Newcastle to win this. I'm going 1-0 to Newcastle.
This is ruining the whole bench boost idea for me. It's like, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go with I'm going to obviously go for the 3-0 win to Sheffield United with Stevens and Baldock getting on the score sheet. Not. Because I got them in. Henderson penalty save, I can't really. I'm going to sit on the fence with this. I'm going to go 0-0 as well. I don't have a clue. What one team could easily get a goal to win it? I don't see it being a goal fest. Newcastle could win it 1-0. Sheffield United could win it 1-0. Who knows? Toss the coin. 0-0.
Well, I have just tossed the coin, and it's Sheffield United that won the toss.
Funny
so 1-0 Sheffield United.
What a surprise! 1-0 Sheffield United.
Absolute goal fest.
Yeah, finally onto what could be a goal fest. Actually, one of the 4 double game week teams in Aston Villa. They're up against Chelsea. A lot of people are putting faith into Chelsea. Charlie, as an example, is one of them. It's Aston Villa, Chelsea. I think Chelsea are going to come out on top of this. I'm going. What did I say this one? I think I said 3-2. I think 3-2 to Chelsea, Jace. Neither team can defend. Yeah, neither team can defend.
Wow. Chelsea are going to be a force to be reckoned with in a few weeks' time. I think Lampard's got something special brewing for Chelsea. Exciting time to be a Chelsea fan. Werner and Ziyech. I think I'm gonna go with a 2-0 win to Chelsea here.
So McGinn's doing well this game week.
McGinn and Grealish are doing really well. Yeah.
I think I'll go 3-1 Chelsea.
3-1, nice.
This is completely just like completely
Tammy Abraham's
negating
gonna
my
get
bench boost completely.
I think Tammy Abraham will bag a brace.
Really?
Lama, are you like looking at this thinking are we actually overlooking single game week players?
I think some people are.
I was.
But I wouldn't go total left field like Davy P though, and go like just single game week players. But
no, that's.
I think you'd be daft to not look at some of these. Like you've got to look at that fixture for Chelsea and Villa before everything happened. Were just leaking goals. So hopefully Chelsea come out on top and go for it. But yeah, I've got pencil batteries up top, so
we have Charlie in the waiting room. I don't know if he's still there. He is. Well, guys, if you're in the waiting room in Discord, we will bring you in after we finish these score predictions. All right, so just be patient, okay?
Finally, with the penultimate game of the game week, it's the big one. Can Liverpool get 3 points towards the 6 that they need? They're up against Everton, of course. It's a 7 o'clock kickoff, and I think they will. I think 3 points, 3 goals, 3-0 to Liverpool, Jace.
This is
2-0 Liverpool.
It's well, all right. Straight away, Lama 2-0. Well, Jason debates whether he brings in Mane. Hint.
Yeah.
You know, Mane. That got 2 goals.
Right, follow your head or follow your heart. My heart wants Liverpool to lose badly against. I would love nothing more than Everton to beat Liverpool 1 or 2-0. I would love it.
You said that in virtual FPL. What happened? It ended 3-0, wasn't it? Salah captain. Remember him? Mane getting that measly assist. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I do remember it. Thanks for reminding me. The chances of that happening are very low. I think Liverpool are going to win. Don't think it's going to be a whitewash though. I think it's going to be 2-0 to Liverpool.
2-0, agreeing with Lama. Right, let's get on with the demolition then. Jason's already called a demolition on Arsenal. I'd hate to think what he's going to think against Burnley. It's the final game. I'm hoping that either myself or Jason or both of us can cover this game. I don't know if I'm working on Tuesday or not. But
can I start by saying that Burnley can defend better than Arsenal? They have the ability to defend better than Arsenal by far.
Yeah, I keep saying that every single time we play, and we still end up losing 4. So.
Getting Pope is a good goalie. Chris, thank you for hitting that subscribe button, buddy. If you're new here, please hit the like button and jump in the Discord as well. The link's down below. Okay, you start off. It's your team.
Yeah, I called it this morning, and I've been calling it all this week. It could be 5, 6, 7. I'm going with a safe.
Whoa, 7. Calm down, Steve-o.
I'm being serious. I think if Arsenal put up a fight against City and maybe come out on top, they've got Burnley next, and Burnley are useless when it comes to Man City, and this really could be training ground. I mean, like I said, it usually is when we play them anyway.
If Arsenal put up a fight against City, there's going to be gaps the size of a Boeing 747 in that defence. And that Aguero, Jesus, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, Sterling, Sane, you name them, they were literally going to be scoring for fun. I guarantee you now. If they go and try to play football against City, Arsenal are going to get absolutely destroyed. This game, Burnley, I can see Burnley sitting back and making it very difficult for Man City to score. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Man City.
Well, I'm going safety of 5. I'm saying 5-0.
Same. Yeah, I'm going to go conservative 5.
Yeah.
As a Burnley fan, by the way.
Llama? Yeah, but you should have seen what they... Well, we did see it, what they did against us.
3-0 City.
That time, 3-0 City. Was it Boxing Day on the Amazon Prime when we were covering the games and Jesus got scored twice? Or something like that. And that was just... Man City were... It was one of the best games they've ever played against us. Or against anybody. They destroyed us. They could have got 7 or 8 that day. They didn't, obviously, but... Yeah, they destroyed us that night.
I think it's one of those games that if Burnley, like what you're saying, Jason, if Burnley do just sit back and try and defend in numbers,
frustrate,
but City still managed to break them down, then it could just be like toys out the pram and be like, well, listen, we're sitting here with 10 men behind the ball and we're still getting beat 2-0.
Well, interestingly enough, regarding the history for Kevin De Bruyne, Aguero, Sterling, it is in favour of one player. I think you probably will guess who that is. So for Kevin De Bruyne, 4 starts, 1 sub-appearance, just the 1 goal and 1 assist. Sterling, 4 starts, 0 returns. And this is, by the way, for anybody completely brand new around here, this is out of the last 6 games, whether that's Premier League, FA Cup, or any cup games. Doesn't matter. It's just the last 6 fixtures. Aguero, on the other hand, 4 starts, 1 sub-appearance, 5 goals. So in total, for each of Kevin De Bruyne, Aguero, Sterling versus Arsenal and Burnley, KDB, 9 starts, 2 substitute appearances. He's got 4 goals, 1 assist. Sterling, a total of 8 starts, 2 goals, 2 assists. Aguero, on the other hand, 9 starts, 1 sub-appearance, 10 goals, 1 assist. And that's why I'm sticking that captaincy on Aguero, just based on history. And Juggernauts, remember how well you're doing in the Cashman League thanks to that history? Our man Dylan, same thing. I'm going to stick with my own advice, and I'm just going to go with the history. It served me okay in virtual FPL, to be fair, and I'm gonna stick with it in this, to be honest with you. And I'm happy to. Well, I'm not exactly sticking my neck on the line, Captain Aguero, but it's kind of backed up my own judgment in the first place. I'll happily go with Aguero. So Jason, with all those predictions done, has that helped you decide which players that you want to have in your team?
I think once you sit back and reflect the fixtures, contemplate the possible outcomes, I think that I'm still probably going to go with Grealish in my team, purely because I do like him as a player and I think he will have a potential of scoring. Pretty much everything goes through him. So yes, from Aston Villa point of view, will I double up? I'm probably on the fence. I'm still on the fence about it. It'd probably target. I don't know. I'm not going to. No, I'm not on the fence about it. I'm not doubling up. I'm going to have 1 Aston Villa player in. I'm going to have 3 Sheffield United players, purely for the fact that when they score, their defenders, their wing backs are heavily involved. Stevens, Baldock, I think they're really good players to have in for the double game week. At least 2 Sheffield United, probably 3. Arsenal, will I go with Nketiah as a massive punt, or will I just, because the thing is on a bench boost, if you go in the punt and they come on for like 13 minutes and they don't do anything, they get 1 point. It's such a waste. I think that I'd rather go with someone a bit more safe, a bit more nailed. Probably look at Arsenal in terms of attack, but again, I don't see him scoring many. I think Aubameyang is pretty much the surefire bet. I'll probably swing back to Aubameyang. Will I have a Mane in? I think, judging by what I've said, it's probably wise to have him in. I think I need some sort of Liverpool cover. Jamie Vardy is someone I'm really looking at the moment to try and bring in. But then I've also considered Pukki. I've also considered Jimenez. I like your pick in Jota. I think I've seen a few teams with Jota in. For the price tag, I think he's a great value pick. The beauty of this game week is that there's so many different combinations that people are looking at. Okay, you're seeing the similar names in terms of Man City and Aubameyang and Sheffield United, but other than that, you've then got like these like rainbow picks from other single game week players. So in one sentence, I am still not 100% certain what I'm going to do with my team. This has made the water muddy. Yeah, definitely.
Just a quick one. Capping Gaming is just saying, well, look what we have here. I've just Capping. If you're still
Capkin,
here,
I've been watching your stream before I did the stream. I literally watched it. Okay, and yeah. You're not helping me, mate. You're throwing these names into the plot, and I'm like, oh god, I've already thought I considered him and then forgot about him, but no, Capkin's talking about him. It's like content is brilliant. I love it, but like I said, your brain is whirring around, and see, you're constantly trying to improve and trying to change and think, I'm going to try and be smart here. I'm going to bring this player in. But then I haven't got the budget, so I'm going to have to work out. I'm going to have to take that player out, and the sacrifice of taking that player out, the knock-on effect. It's the beauty of FPL is the fact that it's such a tactical, strategic game that I think I've been so out of touch like for so long that it's my old brain is doing myself in.
Yeah, I just tagged you in a tweet that I sent out about the bill capping, but you'll appreciate it based on what you've just said regarding the well. You will understand the joke there. Llama, based on those predictions, I'll ask you the same question. Has this thrown a spanner in the works, or are you actually thinking, I'm pretty confident going into this?
I think
based on what Jason and Steve are thinking.
So the only thought that I might have would be potentially getting Salah back into my midfield somehow, but I've got Trent there. I think Trent would be involved regardless. So do I just keep my team as it is with a triple A up front?
John Harris is saying in chat, sorry to interrupt, Lama, but I think it's no Arsenal for him. No Arsenal at all. Do you think that's wise, or do you think it's actually quite clever considering?
I've already said this. I had a front three this morning of Kane, Vardy and Aguero. I had no Aubameyang because, as we've just predicted, you're saying, okay, we can have a laugh about it, but you are predicting Arsenal to lose against Man City.
Yeah.
You're predicting a tight game against Brighton. We're all thinking the same, really. I mean, me personally, I don't think Aubameyang's going to do anything against.
I don't
Man
think he's
City.
going to do anything spectacular. And for the price tag, is he going to be disappointing a lot of people, especially people that are being?
And they struggle against Brighton. The history suggests that they're struggling against Brighton. Dan confirmed it last night.
Oh, it's just all that. Maybe you're right. Maybe just get off of Arsenal and free up that money, yeah.
Well, just think about, like I said, me personally, I'm just treating this now like I did in virtual FPL.
Bit of fun.
Just thought,
we can't though, because now this cash league's come up. It's gonna. Sorry, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like proper into this now.
But we're all in the same. When we're not in the same boat.
We're not in the same boat. We're not, because I'm even more. I have to be even more like methodical what I do, because I'm at such a disadvantage to the likes of you and Davey P who've got the chips. Like,
yeah, but unlike you lot, I'm useless at FPL, so it's pointless you even saying that, because probably just like in the virtual FPL game where you started 2 game weeks behind me, you'll probably catch up. I'll probably end up, I don't know, let's just say after the first 3 of 9 game weeks, let's just say for argument's sake, I'm 100 points ahead of you, right? By game week 8, you'll have caught up with me and I'll only be about 2 points ahead of you. And we'll both be like middle table.
I love that. I would love it if we were like top and like first and second. That would be amazing.
Oh, it would be stunning.
That would just be like, you know what? 10 out of 10 content. Imagine the Steve-O rant if you lost the top spot in the final week. I think you'd end up putting your fist through the laptop when we'd have to look at trying to get donations to get you a computer or something.
Well, if I go mental about Shane Long in virtual
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll be the classic thing of, I've been looking at the player data regarding, I don't know, Traore over the last 7 game weeks. It's proven that he's going to get me a goal in the last game. I'm going to
comes on bench and comes on for 5 minutes. Yeah, typical. Anyway, we've got some people in the waiting room, so we'll bring them on. We've got Aneesh, I think is that Aneesh, and we've got Charlie. So we're bringing Charlie. Now, Charlie came on the show that I did yesterday, and he enabled his camera. And is he going to do the same again today? No, he isn't. Charlie, are you going to do the same again today? How you doing, buddy? You right?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Evening,
He
lads.
is.
How's it
Yes. Modern technology. Yeah, going good, mate. Going good. How are you?
going? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Not bad.
Awesome. Steve-O's now got Ethernet, so welcome him into the 21st century for me, will you? So you haven't done the other side of your head. I was disappointed to see that.
No. No.
Was it?
Keeping it like that?
Is that no? But is that actually a trend at the moment?
I'm not sure. Probably during this lockdown, you know.
Just do what you want.
Not being, just shave it off with a beard trimmer. Why not?
Yeah. So I can understand that. Hello, James Drury on the Periscope. How you doing? Just tuned in. Hi guys. I think I'm going without Aubameyang. It's a recipe for a disaster. He'll be getting 180 minutes. You know what? The more I think about it, the more I'm not scared of not owning Aubameyang. To be honest, I started off thinking I have to have Aubameyang. I have to have him in. He's in so many draft teams. I'm worried if I don't have him in. But now I just like, you know what? I really don't give a crap. I'm not going to have him in my team. I can get in Mane instead. He's going to outscore him.
Definitely.
Are you all set then? You all set, Mr. Chris Packett, Charlie? You all set for your team then?
Pretty much. I was doing a draft actually on my lunch break after I watched a bit of Steve-O's morning stream.
Which hour?
So yeah, I think it was definitely the first hour, like halfway through. I just switched it on and watched half an hour during my lunch break.
So you got another 3 hours to catch up on that.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty focused on my team. I'm not going with Aguero though.
No, I've got your team up in front of me.
I'll bring it up now. 2 seconds. I just want to address Drury in chat. James Drury is actually he's countering what I'm saying by saying that he's the second top scorer in the league. He's going to be going for the Golden Boot. Regardless of where he plays, he can score goals. He's mentioning there Aubameyang. So I've just said my piece about Aubameyang. In a nutshell, just, Charlie, where do you stand? Where do you sit with Aubameyang? I know we don't want to make the show all about Aubameyang, but where do you sit with Aubameyang?
I mean, he's quality, but I just don't trust Arsenal. And it's the fact that Man City, Arsenal rarely even score a goal, let alone, win or whatever. And then Brighton's fighting for their life. And Arsenal, I just don't trust them because they lost them earlier in the season as well, 2-1 at the Emirates. And yeah, I just don't trust Arsenal. And for 11 million, like you said, I just don't think the price tag's worth it. And I don't think he's going to do well. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a fair shout. Let me just bring up this team that you. Yeah. So this is your team. Edison in goal. Egan, O'Connell, Bowley, Fernandez, Mount, Mane. Wow, it is different. It's got Mount Lovin going on there. Got Mane, De Bruyne, Jesus captain, Jimenez and Jota. Okay, talk me through this. So you're not scared of double game week players, really? You've got the free Man City in. You're obviously not convinced that Aston Villa are going to do anything in that double game week, no. and like we talked about a second ago, Arsenal, you're going to go without them to be able to afford the likes of Mane in your team and Jimenez.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I mean, the main reason why I haven't gone loads double game week is because I'm the same as you. I don't have wild card or anything, so this is focusing on through the season now. And it's going to be a bench boost as well.
You know what? I do like the look of this team, Steve-O. I really do. I think Jimenez and Jota away at West Ham. I mean, and then set up them for the rest of the season as well. Remind me, Charlie, what's your plans for the next few game weeks? Have you got other chips?
I've got free hit. That's it.
Free hit. You can use that game week 38.
Maybe. Probably most likely because most last games of the season are pretty mental, aren't they? So yeah, probably do that, or maybe even use it next game week. I don't even know yet. I'm just hoping I can like carry on from where I left off from, and like I want to try and reach top 30k. Hopefully.
I like this. So is this a bench boost? Yeah.
Yeah, bench boost.
Obviously, because you wouldn't have a bench with Sarah Maguire and Lascelles on it. So yeah, this is a nice team. Sarah at home to Leicester though. Talk to me.
I can't see why not. I think Chilwell. He's been linked to other clubs. I don't think he was having the best of seasons anyway. Even a lot of Leicester fans didn't think that, and I just think Sarr against Chilwell, I can see even an assist or a goal. And I think it'll be a interesting game. I just think he's a good differential, and he was doing really well when he just before the season, got cancelled, scored them goals against Liverpool. So yeah, why not? Yeah.
Take care, James. No, I think that's a very good, solid team. To be fair, I rate that pretty good. What, Steve-O, you shaking? You're nodding your head, I should say. You're pretty much in agreement with me.
Yeah, I do like the team. It's just Jesus captain, Charlie. Talk to us, because it's the first time I've seen Jesus having him in the team, but captaining him.
Well, I think Aguero and Jesus, I think they're both going to start a game, and I think they're both come on, vice versa. And I think he's got a good record against Burnley. Already got 2 goals in the league. He started the away game this season, got 2 goals. He scored against Arsenal, I think. But I just think I know it's really dodgy doing that, because obviously everyone's going to have Aguero, but I just think it could pay off. I think it really could pay off. Maybe captain, I'm not sure, either KDB or Jesus, one or the other. I might just go with Jesus though, because he is quite an explosive player. And obviously loads of people are going to have Aguero. I can't see many people having Jesus, but I think he can do well. He's got the talent. He's got the the goal threat, and especially with like KDB, Mahrez, Sterling, crossing the ball into him, he could easily get chances, even if he comes on for like half an hour or whatever. But I think he will start one of the games.
What are you predicting on the score lines for each game?
Arsenal 3 or 4-0
to
Man City. Burnley probably 5-6. So I can see plenty of goals.
So mate, I think we'd all be in absolute jubilation if that was the case. I'm telling you now.
What goals coming
Fingers
from
crossed.
Gundogan?
Why can't I have 6 players for Man City for this bench boost? Seriously, why?
Yeah, I know.
So
we've seen teams in the Bundesliga, La Liga. Most games are ending like 1-0, 2-0, 1-1, 0-0. See a lot of 0-0s. Not that I'm keeping specifically up to date with it, but occasionally if I check the score lines, that pops up quite a bit. The big teams, I keep going on about this: Real Madrid, Barcelona, Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich. They're getting like 3-4 goals each. Not necessarily every game, but they're scoring quite big. Do we all really think that? I mean, I'm being a hypocrite because I keep saying that this is all going to be like pre-season friendlies. I think it's just going to be a laugh. But are we all just being a bit too optimistic, and actually these games are going to be like trab 0-0s, 1-1s, 1-0 either way? I'm not just referring to City, but I'm referring to across the board here.
No, Steve, they're not going to end up 0-0s, 1-1s.
No chance.
Like, you can clip this. You can take this to the bank and cash it right now. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, we'll be clipping it.
These games, these Man City games, they can score as many as they want. I genuinely think that. And they're all going to be fighting to play because they've not played for so long in competitive football. And I think when it comes to Jesus, he's been in Aguero's shadow now for so long. He knows Aguero's, he's probably not going to be at Man City next season. Well, he's kind of slowing. His phase being kind of, he's not the future of Man City. Jesus is obviously the prodigal son or the new man for Man City, and he needs to really step up his game for in time for next season. Otherwise, Pep's going to start looking elsewhere. He needs to become this prolific goal scorer, and he's going to be biting at. Well, he's going to be really chomping on the bit to start really well for Pep and for City. And I think that Jesus could be a really good. The thing Twitch Forster says that Jesus doesn't look like the man to replace Aguero. No, I'm in some sort of agreement, but then I think this is make or break for Jesus. I really do. I think that he really needs to come out and start really firing. I mean, getting the minutes, of course, because Aguero is Aguero. There's no comparison. In my opinion, he's the best striker in the Premier League. He's the best finisher in my opinion, and I just love watching Aguero play. And when it comes to Jesus, he's got to step up to the plate, and I think that these remaining game weeks are his chance to do that, to prove to Pep that he is, he doesn't have to worry about strikers going forward. But yeah, good pick, brave, very brave. Very, very brave. Captain.
But like anything can happen. Anything can happen. I mean, as long as he starts one of the games, and then he'll come on for the other one, I'll be happy. But if he comes on for like half an hour on both, then I'll be, obviously, depending on how Aguero does, then obviously I'll be like pretty disappointed. But as long as he starts one, and I'm hoping it's the Burnley game, because he's got a good record.
Could you see Aguero and Jesus playing together?
Maybe. I mean, they done it for that Villa game, didn't they? Where they absolutely battered Villa. It could have been like 10 goals that game.
I see players being substituted in the half time for Pep. I see certain players playing 45 minutes of each game. Start the one game, being subbed off, come on the second game half time. I mentioned, I really do think Sterling is prime for that. Sane, Sterling, Bernardo Silva, again with Mahrez. I think you could end up seeing players playing half game. Steve-O mentioned, it could just be like, training ground games. Give him 45 minutes. Why?
It's Pep, innit? You could do anything with that team. The amount of players is crazy. And also, like you said, if they wanted to play Jesus and Aguero up front, they could easily just put Sterling up front or Sané up front. They can play everywhere. So
okay, yeah. Would you be that surprised if halftime came against Arsenal, Man City cruising through it or something, and then Pep just takes off Sterling, takes off Bernardo Silva, takes off Aguero at halftime, and then brings on at halftime, and then just brings on Sane, Jesus, and Mahrez or something to play the second half.
I wouldn't know.
Would it really surprise you?
Well,
and then he's still got two subs. He's still then got two subs to use in the 60th, 70th minute. So it's why wouldn't he do that? That's my idea. Why wouldn't he?
Can I just bring this from what I mentioned earlier on, so I can actually quote it now? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer saying that we can't just flog one player and say to them, you play every game and every minute, because it might be a period when we have to rotate quite often. We can use 5 subs and I have 9 on the bench. I think that's helpful because footballers, after being out for so long, going into competitive games will be a challenge for them, and we have to look after them injury-wise and fitness-wise. I think that doesn't just sum up his opinion. I think that sums up every single manager.
There's going to be loads of rotation, loads.
I think that Man City be prepared to be disappointed. It could be one of those where the game does end 5 or 6 goals, and Aguero gets 1, Jesus gets 1, Bernardo Silva gets 1, David Silva gets 1, Kevin De Bruyne gets 1. You know what I mean? It's just the goals are just spread throughout the whole team, because it could just end up being one of those game weeks, and if that does happen, then it's not going to affect you drastically, but it's just more frustrating, isn't it? But I think that it's a very tricky minefield to walk across is Man City at the best of times. Give Pep 5 substitutions. It's almost like Pep roulette on steroids.
Just want to say thank you for Daily Llama, to Daily Llama, more to the point, for joining us. He's had to shoot off. He's got to shoot. So cheers for that, Llama. And,
let's bring on someone else as well who's been waiting for quite some time. We've got Darrow, we've got Aneesh, but we'll bring Aneesh in. Darrow, you'll be on shortly. Remember, guys, if you are coming on air, you have the option to enable your video camera, just like Charlie has here, demonstrating his new cut for the summer. Good evening, Aneesh. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
You want to speak closer to the microphone, mate, so I can hear you.
I said I'm doing well, guys. How are you guys?
Yeah, you're still quite quiet, but yeah, we'll persist. I'm doing good, Aneesh. In fact, shall I pause the music just so you can talk? There we go, right. How are things with you, Aneesh?
Doing well. How are you guys?
Yeah, loving life. I've got my team all planned out. Don't have to worry about it. Have you?
That's good.
Bit closer to the microphone, Aneesh.
I said I've got my team sorted out as well.
Cool.
Well,
who have you gone with, Captain? Have you got your team in the screenshots?
I think you and Charlie been in cahoots with each other because they're basically virtually the same.
No, I haven't talked to him or seen his team.
No, we haven't spoken at all.
They're virtually the same, give or take. You're going Jesus, Captain, and Aneesh, you're going Sane.
Wow.
Sane.
Is it? Are
Wow.
you serious with this, Aneesh, or are you just trolling us right now?
No, I'm going Sane.
Sane.
Why are you going to go with a captain that's so risky, Aneesh? Talk to me. Why?
I just feel like the season's kind of at a dead point now, and I just want to have fun playing the game.
Are you not worried when you say have fun playing the game? How much fun are you going to have if Sane only plays 26 minutes over the 2 games?
I don't think that's going to be the case. He's had
What?
quite a long rest. He's been out, he's been training since his injury for about 4 months. So that's more than enough.
Okay, well, you're just going to walk straight back in the side and take Sterling's position.
Well, to be fair, we don't know how fit the players are. We're just assuming that players that were fit before are going to be at the same level of fitness.
We are, but we're also going on the likelihood of players, and the thing is, Sane's had a lot of time away from competitive football. Yes, you could argue he's been in doing extended gym sessions, he's been getting his fitness up, but there's the difference between getting his fitness up and getting his sharpness, match sharpness. Even though he has been looking good in training, I must admit, I think that it's a very, very that's way more risky than going with the Jesus captain personally, and I think that is very out there. But then you might get lucky from it. I don't know. Steve-O, what just sum it up, really? What words I'm trying to grab? Can you try to grab them, please?
Well, yeah, I was asked this morning by somebody, apologies, I forget who it was a regular, but anyway, they asked me, it was Karen Rawcliffe. He asked me, what are my goals for the rest of this season? I just said, concentrating on this Cash Mini League that we're going to be participating in. I'm going to ask you the same question, Aneesh. What exactly are your goals moving forward with the Premier League for the last 9 game weeks?
Well, to be fair, I only just found out maybe half an hour ago.
Right, do you see your vice captain? If you want to be differential, mate, switch your vice captain to your captain and take that captaincy off Sane and put it on, I don't know, someone else. Just someone else. Kevin, yeah, I mean that's my advice anyway, but carry on, Steve-O, sorry.
Well, no, more like carry on, Aneesh. What are your actual goals for the rest? Well, just in general, for the rest of the season, if you trying to break the top 10,000, 100, what are you going for?
Top 100k at the moment, but
you're going for where are you? Sorry, what's your rank?
318k.
Okay, so it's a fairly okay rank for where we are in the season. Are you okay? So carry on. So you're going for top 100k.
I am. I've got all my chips left, but I'm planning to use the rest. I'm not planning to use any chips before I've done the second wild card.
I respect everyone's decision making in this, but I think that there is Maverick, and then there is just plain
insane.
Yeah, I think that I mean,
We don't know the form of the team.
the fact that you've just come out and said we don't know is alarm bells for a player that you're putting an armband on. You're saying we don't know this, we don't know that. You're right, we don't know. We don't know anything, and you're throwing your armband. Okay, it's not a triple cap, it's just a captaincy, but this game week is a double game week. Yeah, we know that. I just think that it's too much a risk, mate. It really is. I think you knew that when you were going to come on the show tonight with that team, you knew that we're going to start ripping into the fact that you've got captain on Sane, and to be honest with you, I'm more inclined to believe that you went for that reaction and being genuinely serious. I'll be very, very, very interested to see if you do keep that captaincy on Sane, and if you do, I'll be the first person to say live on stream that I was sorry for getting it wrong if he does haul for you.
No, I'm 99% sure that I'm on Sane.
Oh,
90 what? 99% sure.
99%.
So what's that 1%? What would be that 1% that would make you change it? Would that be Pep Guardiola saying that he's got to manage minutes of his players, or is it going to be just maybe you might see the light 2 minutes before the deadline?
He's already said he's going to manage every player's minutes. So
sounds like you're laughing there. I think Jason's caught you.
I think you're just trying to cause a little bit of a reaction on stream, Aneesh. I tell you what, mate. If you captain him and he does something for you, I will send you out an Elite Eat Sleep Elite T-shirt, mate. All right.
All right.
Cool.
What do you say?
Oh, I promise you, it's on stream. You can clip it. I will send you out a T-shirt if you captain Sane and he scores.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sounds good, mate. No, but I respect it if you are genuinely going for it, mate. I really do. If what I don't say again, mate. You kind of
I've had the captain's armband in him for the last week or so, and not really moved it.
okay, Charlie. You got any final thoughts for Aneesh's captaincy of Sane?
Well, like you said, it's Maverick, but like G Wiz would say, play your own game.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That was just a Bristolian version of Gee Whiz.
As someone that's as you're so close to me in the rankings, I'm glad that you've gone with Sane captaincy. Thank you so much for doing that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much about it really to say about this team, isn't it, Steve? I mean, to be fair, the rest of your team is looking top notch. I can't say anything bad about the rest of your team. Obviously, you got Button in your team.
Yeah, I'm planning to. I've got some money in the bank, so I'm going to upgrade him to Ramsdale, Bournemouth.
Ramsdale of Bournemouth. Okay.
Yeah, that's as far as I can stretch.
Fair play. Yeah. I will have a whole newfounded level of respect for you, Aneesh, if you stick that on Sane. And yeah.
All right, no worries.
Yeah, thank you, Aneesh, for coming on tonight and talking to us about your team. Cheers, dude. All the best. Wow.
Lots of words.
Yeah, interesting. Firetalk's in the waiting room. Firetalk, good evening. How you doing, buddy? From Paradise.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, we had Lama on earlier on talking about the Elite Champions League. In a nutshell, you have done some work. You've done some very, very hard work, in fact, and you've rejigged it around. Could you just say in a sentence for those people who joined in late what's happening with the Champions League?
Yeah, so starting this game week is the last game of the group stages, and then the jigging around that we did was to take the round of 32, 16, and 8, which all required 2 weeks of games. Those are now just going to be reduced to 1 week of games, just in case for any reason the Premier League gets postponed. So we've just reducing it down to the minimum number of games to get it completed. So it will complete on game week 35 now.
Firetalk, are you outside or are you inside?
Inside.
Oh, it's actually, I can actually see some blue sky. Oh, I just had a thunderstorm where I was. Because anyone doesn't realise, Firetalk actually lives in Bermuda, and it's literally like a postcard where he lives, and it's so. Now we've got this camera thing. I always want to ask him to turn his camera on so I can just have a glimpse, but. I can go.
I can take. I thought I was going to be in here because we're going to talk about the Champions League. But if you want me to go outside and take some video, I can do that.
Well, yeah. So okay, we'll do that after then. If you want to quickly talk about the Champions League, I've still got an outside chance of staying in it. So you're condensing it down, and when do you anticipate this? Is it just going to run alongside, up to the end of the game week 38 now? Then is it
35? Game week 35 will be the final.
Oh, right. Game week 35 will be the final. I do apologise.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long did it take you to work that out?
That was pretty straightforward. just took out
For you.
Just took out the games that had doubles in them and made them singles. So it was that's that easy. 10 minutes.
Awesome. So yes, but I want to say thank you for all your hard work in terms of setting it up in the first place, managing it, maintaining it. Are you going to be looking to? Do you think this is something which next season is going to grow, or are you going to do it next season with us?
Yeah, no, we can do it next season for sure. We have to be careful about the number of people we let in because it is time consuming to update manually. There is no way to automatically update all the teams into Google Sheets. So unless we have somebody who knows how to code and do APIs to the actual, like in the same way that Ragabolly does.
Yeah.
If we can't do that, then it's a manual. So there's 96 scores I put in every week. So if we're talking about doubling it with 100, it gets a bit tedious. Unless we split it. We could have several people inputting the scores. So we definitely can look at increasing the numbers.
And who knows, one day we might have that ability to have someone that can do that sort of thing for us, whether it be someone that we can kind of commission to do it, or over in the future as the channel grows, or whether it's someone from the community that's got the skill set to do that. But yes, please carry on, Steve, go on.
Firetalk, were you the individual that posted in the chat the other day that you had put together like hundreds of thousands and millions of results? And
yeah, that was me. Yes.
Start from the beginning. What was that all about?
So about 2 or 3 years ago, I wrote a Excel program in VB, which basically I put in a grid. I put in 3 players in each price bracket based on another website that does stats and projections. So I take bands of value, so like a 4 to 5 million, 4.5 to 5 million band, say defenders, and then the next one from 5 to 5.5. I put the top 3 projected points for each of those players. And then basically I run this program and it starts and goes, okay, I'm putting the top priced goalkeeper and the top priced striker and the top priced midfielder. It works out at the budget, and if it's like within the 80 million or whatever I set as a budget, it counts up the score, and it just goes through and just goes through every single permutation of all of those players. And I think there's like 60 players, every single combination of how, and there's all the different formations, so 3-4-3, 5-3-2, and all that, every formation, and just keeps counting the scores and keeps a track of the highest combinations for each formation. And at the end of it, it takes about 4 hours to run. It says, these are the players that you should pick for the maximum score based on those projections. And
how successful has this been for you?
Not this year. But what it does, it helps me, not necessarily even the players, but it helps me decide what price points I want to play. So last year it was really pushing, and this year as well, this year hasn't come out so much, it was really pushing high price defenders. And obviously at the beginning of this year, everybody was going for the big defenders, and that's what my program was saying. It just didn't transpire because, it's projections, it's not real. And this year's kind of screwed me too, because I was going for the high price defenders, and obviously Lundstrom comes in at 4 million, 4.5, and is killing it, and I'm not picking him up. Same with, I didn't pick up Vardy. So there were certain things that it didn't go the way it was projected. I was focused on low price strikers, and the likes of Vardy was too high a price bracket for me. So yeah, it hasn't worked out this year, but it gives me some ideas, and it's interesting to see what it spews out at the end of the 4 hours.
Yeah, absolutely. What has there
amazing.
been any success stories while you've used this?
Well, the
Well,
first year I'd played, because I used to play FantasyLeague.com. I don't know if you guys know, that was the original Telegraph one, and then they created a website, and that ran. It was like £5, £10 to enter. That ran up until about 3 years ago, and they stopped. And that's when I switched to the FPL. So it was the first time I'd seen FPL was 3 years ago, and that's when I wrote my program. So I wrote my program because I didn't know the ins and outs of FPL. So I wrote my program, and that year I came 1300th.
wow.
Now it's got worse every year, but a lot of it's like you say, Steve. You think you're doing the right thing, and then it doesn't actually happen. So you make value decisions, and it's a gamble. So it doesn't always work out. But yeah, that first year was a success. I was actually 250th in the ranks with 3 weeks to go, and I thought I'm probably never going to get this close to winning it. So I made some Maverick decisions to try and get into the top 100.
I did very
And it
similar
all
to you
backfired.
when I was in the top 100. Steve-O was asking me on the stream 2 years ago. I think I got up to 72nd at one point, and then he was saying, "Are you going to go for it?" And I went for it. I tried to do something really clever, and then I just threw into like 300 like spaces down, like literally within hours. So
I went from 250 to 1300 in like 3 weeks. That was around wild card, double game weeks, and everything. So I was trying to be a bit Maverick just to make up the ground on the guys ahead of me. But I was still happy with 1300, and last year was like 70,000. This year it's just been.
You've got to go for it, haven't you? When you're in that position,
Yes, exactly. May never be there again. I mean, you look at the likes of Mark Sutherland there every other year, but for me, I figured I'd never get that close again. So it's like throw everything at it and just try and be different. But so in terms of the program, Steve, that's really what sold me on it. I was like, well, this is easy. That first year, so a bit of a fall from grace, and a bit more reality's kicked in now. Like I say, 50k at the moment, which is horrible.
When you start using this setup you've got, you do because what cripples me is I then overthink everything, like rather than just like an example being on the virtual FPL, I immediately said on stream, "Oh look, Martial's up against Aston Villa. Gonna captain him." Did I bother? No. I overthought everything. I went into all the player data. I looked at this. Martial doesn't actually perform that well at home. He'll do something, but he won't perform at home, not as well as he should do. Salah on the other hand, blah, blah, and you go into all this data, when in reality it's, no, Martial's at home to Aston Villa. He's going to do well. And I never went with it.
So my program doesn't do weekly kind of projections. It's more of a strategy for your initial team coming into the season and what price structure you want. So it's generally going, you need a Salah and a De Bruyne, because it's looking at, and it captain in the formula, it captains the highest points guy. So it's assuming you're playing a Salah every week. And then obviously on a game-to-game basis, Liverpool might be up against a difficult defense and you want to play somebody else. So those decisions I'll make. Not by you. The program, I only use it really once. That's the beginning of the season, and then if I'm wild card in, I'll use it again. And obviously, I'm using it now because we're about to go into effectively a wild card. So it's not something that's a weekly thing. It's really it's the initial set your team up, and it's to figure out the price point. So it's like, you want a 7 million defender, a 6.5 million defender. You want to play a 4-4-2, say for example, and you want 4 high-value defenders. That would be the strategy that it's coming up with. It's not necessarily giving me names. It is giving me names because I put names to the ones. But if I know that a 6.5 million defender is going to maximize the points, then I'll pick the one that I think is not necessarily on their projections, but the one that I like the best. So it's really just setting my price points.
Talking of teams. I've got your team up in front of me now, Jason. It's in the team screenshots, 13th of the 6th, so 13th of June. It was posted.
It hasn't changed since then.
You haven't changed it since, no?
Nope. I keep tinkering with it, but it always goes back to the same thing. I can't. I looked at putting in, the Agueros and the Jesuses, but it's again, you'll see the price points there. I don't have an expensive striker. That's my program saying defenders are where the maximum value is on defenders. Now I've obviously made a little tweak there because I'm trying to get a bench boost going.
What's your circumstances then? So chips wise and.
So waited my wild card last game week.
Oh, unlucky.
So I went for 3 City, 3 Arsenal, going for the double game week, and then with a theory of transferring out of it, and obviously that screwed me because Arsenal did nothing, and I think I captained Aubameyang and he got 4 points total. So I think I ended up with like 44 points on that wild card, and then obviously COVID, and now everybody gets a wild card. And when you really need a wild card is for next week to get out of this double game week. So it was a double whammy in that respect. So sometimes you just can't do right for doing wrong. So this is where I am now. So basically, as I was saying, price points. So if you look at those defenders, a 6.5, a 6.5, a 7.5, and a 5.5. So high value
Still a lot of money
defenders.
in there. Yeah.
And that's because the program is saying these high value defenders, value points for money, you get more points for your pound with the high value defenders. And as you go further forward, the value gets less. So that's why you end up with a Jimenez and an Abraham up front and not an Aguero and a Aubameyang, because they're 11 million, but they're only scoring the same points as Alexander
Just like
Arnold.
virtual FPL. Yeah.
So
I mean, you've got Ketia in your team.
I have,
is that something that your program suggested you bring in a budget striker
No,
to go with those two?
my program doesn't go down to 15; it just does the starting 11.
Right. Okay.
And what I do is I give a budget. So based on quite far through the season now, I give a budget of 83 million. So I basically say, okay, I'm going to have 18 million on my bench or 19 million on my bench, and I'll just choose who that is. And then the program goes and works on the 83 million, so it maximizes that 83 million with the starting 11. And then I basically I end up with, don't have a wild card, so I don't want Sheffield United going forward. But I've got O'Connell, so I'll have him, and then I may transfer him out at some point. And I try to maximize, kind of punts. Reina, I'm just looking for save points and 2 points of play, and I'm not expecting clean sheets. And I'm taking a bit of punt on Duda because I read some things about him. He's on corners. He's playing number 10. So I figured, he was a differential over Cantwell. Hope someone's needs to go on mute.
Yes, again.
I didn't realise I muted it.
Oh, right, okay.
So that was the theory. So basically, the program has given me some ideas of who to play in the starting 11. I'm still not entirely sure. I really wanted Pogba, but so that would have been a huge punt. But if he's playing number 10, I would want Pogba over Fernandes. But right now, I'm going with Fernandes. And as you can see, I'm not really going for double game week because I don't really want Aston Villa going forward, and I can't get rid of them because I don't have a wild card. I don't really want Arsenal going forward, so I can't get rid of them. So I've gone with 2 City, stacked upon Wolves because of the Wolves schedule's nice. And so I'm really not focused on the double game weeks.
That's I share what the members of the chat are saying. That was very interesting, fascinating. The thought processes, the whole algorithm, the kind of hybrid between machine selection and your own thoughts, and I think it's a shame that's obviously not worked out so far for you this season. But looking at that team, I can see why. I mean, solid picks throughout the whole team, the whole starting 11. So, I mean, it's a beautiful starting 11, to be honest with you.
And they're all key to their all talisman.
The only thing I will say is you ain't got that third Man City player in.
Yeah, so I don't really like Man. I have been toying with the idea, but then I said to get another Man City in, it would have to be Aguero or Jesus maybe, and that ruins my structure.
What about Mahrez?
Otherwise, I'd have to get rid of Salah, right? And I don't really want to get rid of Salah. So there is
Mahrez. Mahrez is a fairly good.
So wait,
price
Mahrez
point.
over Fernandes, but then is Mahrez going to start? I know Fernandes is going to start every game. Mahrez is not. So that's the kind of debate I have to make. I have a price point, and I'm like, okay, who can I fit in that 8.5 million spot? And it could be a Mahrez, it could be a Fernandes. I just like Man United's fixtures. Man City go into a couple of bad fixtures after the double. and I'm probably going to free hit in the week they play Liverpool anyway, just to avoid the Salah, the Trent, the Laporte, and De Bruyne all playing each other, and see if there's any other games there that I can maximise some points out of.
Could you remind us whereabouts you are in terms of the overall rank?
Yeah, terrible, 450.
Salvageable.
Well, I'm not really looking at that now. At one point I was like, oh yeah, I can make 50k. I've lost. The desire to reach a level, I think, is just unrealistic now. So I'm just playing. I'm in a few other tournaments. I mean, some of the Fantasy Football Scout runs a members tournament, which we do like a team thing. So I'm in that. Obviously, James Bang's league is.
I was going to say, you're going to be participating. You're in that, aren't you?
Sorry, Stephen?
You're in the James Bang mini league, I think.
James has given me a good reason to carry on. Not that I was never not going to carry on. I was on the mods chat, so I know what the breaking news was.
Yes. So a lot of money up for grabs there. Are you? I asked this to Aneesh. I asked this to Charlie. I'll ask you. Are you looking just to play for that now? Really?
Yeah, as I say, I've got a couple of other things going on. Like there's a couple of other leagues that it's still key. It's not based on my points necessarily. It's based on a group of players' points. So there's still that going on. And then obviously James's league are the key things. I would still like a good overall rank. I don't want to slip back any further than 450, but my desire to be 50k, 10k is gone and it's unrealistic. So whether it's 150k or 250k, it doesn't really matter at that point. You're not in the level that you wanted. So that's not really a focus. I've got to get to 150k. I'm not where I want to be, so I'm just playing it for other incentives.
Bit of a random question. So you say it's not salvageable. There are 7.5 million teams in this game. Okay, how many of them do you think are going to be active over the next 9 game weeks? 1 million? Less than 1 million?
Well, probably the 450,000 that are above me is the only ones I'm really interested in, and I would say most of those. So the guys who are 2 million, they're not that bothered about them. It's 450. So am I going to I might make up 100,000. That would be a realistic target to get to 350. But who wants? It's not 350 at the end of the season would have been if you told me that at the beginning of the season, I would have gone, oh, that's crap. So it's not salvageable to a point where I'm going to be proud of whatever the overall rank is. So it's not really a focus. It is what it is. And I'll end up wherever I am, but I'm still not giving up. I'm going to, try and maximize my points and play strategically, and not too stupid, not, do crazy stuff.
How many points though are you away from the, for example, 350,000? How many points is that? Is it like 10?
I have no idea, Steve. It's been kind of the last couple of months. I haven't really been following it. I'm probably a couple of hundred, maybe even more, which is hard to make up in 9 games. You're looking at 20 points a game to make up.
Because Jason is on 1619 points total, which is 250,000. Is that right, Jace?
Roughly.
And
okay, let me bring up mine. I'll bring up mine and tell you what points I'm on.
I'm on 1530, and I'm 1.1 million.
I'm 1589.
1589. So you're 59 points ahead. No, 1589. Yeah, 59 points ahead of me, and I'm 1.1 million. And I know for a fact that the higher you get, obviously, the more points to suggest.
What is Jason on?
1619.
1690 or 19?
1919.
Okay, so Jason's only 38 ahead of me.
Mm.
And that's 200,000 points ahead of 200,000 places above you.
Yeah, so you're right. It's not that huge amount to get into the 250 kind of area. Getting up to where you want to be, which is in the top 50, is unrealistic, I think. But yeah, just keep plugging away at it. I mean, there's not that much longer to go, really. But we have other things to focus on now, which is going to take my attention more than the overall rank.
Yeah, definitely. Firetalk, are you going to throw your camera on?
Yeah, I'll pop outside and give you guys a view. I've been doing some gardening the weekend, so lots of more view now. I've taken some bushes down. All right, give me a sec.
Gotta see it. We've got to see this, guys. It's worth waiting for.
1 second. Catch you in a minute.
We got Campylobacter, by the way, is in the chat. That's the name I haven't read out for so long. Hello, Camby. I've been reading. Hey, gents, hope you're good. Free hit team, Leno, Trent, Lord. See, if you want to talk about your team, come into Discord. I've got KDB and Aguero. Should I go Mahrez plus Vardy or Jesus plus Fernandes?
Mahrez plus Vardy.
Wow.
Gotta be Jesus on it.
Wow, Hazy. I'm going to go Jesus Fernandes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Charlie?
Yeah, it's got to be Jesus and Fernandes. Why not? I got them both. Yeah, I think they got options.
Hey, Sam, 21G. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Harry, in terms of your free hit team, Leno, Trent, Lord, Lundstrom, Baldock, Stevens, Grealish, KDB, Mahrez, Aguero, Aubameyang. Yeah, very, very good team. I like it.
And
very
if you are watching
team.
this, I'm going to be a selfish git. We're nearly to 100 likes. We're only,
Really? What?
We're only 35 away.
35
So
off 100, guys.
If everybody here could just hit that like button
Smash a
right
like,
now,
lads.
try and get to 100 likes with the...
Smash a like and you can go and visit Firetalk's house.
Yeah. Is it up on the screen, Jason?
What's that?
You got it up?
Yeah, it's on the... Firetalk is in... It's a bit overcast today, Firetalk. What's going on?
Not great. Nice and cool today.
Is that your palm tree, is it? On the left? The big one on the left.
That's my palm. They're my palm trees. There.
Oh, wow. Look at those.
It's mad,
Yeah, I got one of them growing in my back garden as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely
This is my garden
beautiful.
on the weekend.
Do you see many ships out there, Firetalk?
Not. Yeah, I see the cruise ships leaving, but not. They're quite a way out at sea.
They don't come close. They don't come close in. Right, it's quite shallow. And do you get?
Yeah, but they come along, they come along the coastline.
What's the beach like down there? Is it a nice? Is it a pebbly beach? Is it a sandy beach? What is it?
You can probably see it. And then you see it.
I can make out a little bit of shoreline. Is it sand?
Yeah, it's sand.
Right. Is it white
We have
sand?
pink. No, we have pink sand here.
Pink sand.
Pink sand.
Is it
wow.
is it to do with the crustaceans?
Yeah, exactly. It's the coral being broken up by some of the fish. So yeah, there's a lot of pink on the beaches. So it's
Wow.
pink sand.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You know, if I'm ever in the your neck of the woods, mate, I'll come over for a cup of tea. Do you have PG tips?
Nice pictures of my beach on my web. Go on my website. There's lots of beach pictures. Just ignore the girls in the bikinis.
I'll try my best. Amazing, absolutely amazing. I love the fact that we've got you from Bermuda. We've got people from all over, four corners of the world that tune into the show, and now we're able to see, literally just see what you get to wake up to.
Difference.
Yeah,
it's good to put faces to voices.
yeah, absolutely, and you know, just makes it more personal, doesn't it? At the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's brilliant. No, Firetalk, just again, thank you for your continued support of the show and everything you do for us. Me and Steve are in your debt for all you've done, and you know, without going around in circles, being with us for quite some time now.
Great community.
Cheers, buddy.
This time, summer last year, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was probably around. Was it like mid-season last year you started watching this?
Off season, I think.
Was it the off season or the start?
Yeah.
Was it the start of last season or the start of this
exactly.
season? Oh, okay. Well, it's time flies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think what are we doing next, Sivo? What are we talking about? We're going to talk about teams.
I think that's pretty much the end of
Yeah,
it, Jason.
yeah.
It's come to a nice conclusion there.
I think that's come to a very fitting end, and I think what I might do is I might quickly go through my team.
Oh yeah, of course.
And Yeah, but now I've got all these ideas in my head, and the fact that we've got
170 people watching, Jason. They want us. This is what they've stayed it for.
Have we got to 100 likes? If we get to 100 likes, then I'll look at my team on screen. If not, then I'll just stop the stream. Because I'm honestly thinking now, I need to be quite a bit coy what I'm doing, because we're going to go into this James Band mini league where we've got £100 up for grabs. You know, I'm thinking, do I really make something up? Yeah. That's a nice looking team there, mate. Yeah.
FPL lads saying if we hit 100, Steve-O will captain. Who? No chance. It's staying on Aguero. We're not doing any of that.
You get 100, and Aneesh will captain Sané.
Yeah. You're gonna finish that cake off, Steve-O?
Sané.
Yeah, no, good God, no. No chance. Absolutely no chance finishing that.
Oh, they want to see Steve-O's team. I mean, Steve-O has been doing streams talking about his team, whether or not it's actually going to look like the final article. I'll bring Steve-O's team up because people want to see your team, Steve-O. This is Steve-O's team.
I don't know why.
There you go.
The most useless FPL player on the planet. I wouldn't bother looking at that whatsoever. But yeah, I changed.
Oh, you're too hard on yourself, Steve-O.
I changed it today. Well, actually, about half an hour before we came on stream, I just decided based on the history, Sterling's useless, and I brought in Mane because I think he's going to do really well versus Liverpool, and brought in Edison instead because I think Edison's got a real high chance, or Man City in general, got a high chance of keeping a clean sheet in the 2 games. Jota, again, decent fixture, performs really well, and the rest of the team is explained pretty much, and the question is whether I do end up triple captaining Aguero or not. That is the main decider for me. Yes, Firetalk.
No bench boost?
Nah, I want to save that for the rest of the season ahead. So that's what I want to be doing. Saving it for that.
Have we got to 100 likes?
We have it 102 apparently.
What? No way. That's one of the most. That's one of the most liked videos we've done live, isn't it?
Well, I'd like to bloody well think so. The amount of work that you put in. I mean,
right. Okay. So let's quickly bring my team up on the screen then. Right. So 2 seconds. Right.
Has he gone with Mane? That's the.
Right, hang on.
You'll have to talk him out to Jason because I can't see it from here.
Yeah, I will do. I'm just sorting this out. In fact, I'm gonna have to make a new thing for this. 2 secs, because I've got everything all set up nicely. So just give me a second. You think I'd plan and prepare this ahead of time, wouldn't you? But yeah, what's the point when? Right, let's bring it up.
Sorry, Jason, just a quick one. When you get a moment, if you go to the Discord off-topic menu and go to the timestamp of 14:07, I highly recommend that you. I highly recommend you bring that up. That is fantastic.
What?
So.
Exactly.
For anybody in Discord, well, Jason's going to bring it up on anyway, but in Discord, the off-topic menu.
I think I know what that is, Steve-O.
Yeah, go to 14:07 today.
Really? Let's bring it up then. Add Discord then. Right, okay. Add winner capture Discord, right.
Very clever. Very clever. Very skillful.
Where am I going?
Off-topic in Discord. And the timestamp is 14:07.
14:07.
Yeah, and Alpine is.
We've got. What was that?
He's made a. Well, you'll see it in a second.
We just had a super chat, £2 from Campylobacter. Thank you ever so much. Oh my god!
Isn't that amazing?
This guy's a bloody wow. Wow. He used to have the Elite FPL logo, didn't it, on his chest?
Yeah,
New
there we are.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
How
amazing, but it's not quite there. No, it's amazing. It's ridiculous. That's brilliant. That's wow.
I haven't got the tan though. Come on, man.
Well, I don't know.
Should be holding a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never has there been such a truer word spoken. Let me just bring this up now.
Well done, Alpine. He is a regular contributor to the show.
Some people are just too talented for their own good, aren't they?
Although I don't. Even the FPL world needs a hero.
Was it? He's a hero that we didn't realise we needed.
You've been heroic today, Steve-O. I joined at 5 o'clock this morning. You've been going for ages.
Yeah, this is what now 4 hours and nearly 5 hours of streaming for me today.
Wow. Right, let's get rid of this crap out of my team, shall we? Get rid of Target. He's a waste of space. Leno.
Come on, Jason. What's your team? What is it?
Well,
Let's
okay.
hear
So, well, at the moment, it's obviously just a placeholder team because I was never really going to go for.
Jason, it's tomorrow. Kicks off. You don't have placeholders this time.
Listen, I have no idea what I'm doing with my team. Like, literally, I am just going to wing it and I'm going to panic tomorrow. But then I'm going to be so busy at work, I'm literally going to just not even think about it. What will be, my friend. And I'm telling you now, I'm hoping for some jammy luck because Steve-O's rants are just amazing.
Well,
right, get rid of Sterling.
You know, that's your main strategy.
Get rid of Sterling. I feed off of his anger. Like, whenever he gets angry, I watch the streams back. I'm like, it's like fuel. It fuels me. Right, McGinn, get lost. Target, get lost. Aubameyang, get lost. Ketia, I don't know about him. Aguero. Oh.
Get lost. Oh, God, get rid of him.
Oh no, I can't get rid of Aguero. I can't get.
Bring in Jesus.
Bringing in Mane.
Jesus.
Mane in, right? Leno, do one, mate.
Yeah.
No, Laporte. I want Laporte. I want Laporte because he's got the potential of getting attacking returns as well. He's nailed. The question is, who do I have in goal? Who do I have in goal? Jota is a great one. 12.5 for 2. That's actually looking pretty damn good. If you don't, right? Let's get Ozil in, shall we?
Who? Who's it? What, DDP's favourite midfielder?
The thing is, double game week goalkeeper versus single game week goalkeeper. Oh no, hang on. Lingard, get him Lingard. That's my Man United coverage.
Lingard.
What do you reckon, Steve?
You're not wanting to give anything away, are you, Jason?
No, he's not. He's really not.
Lingard.
Sané captain.
Sané.
Yes, Sané captain, make sure. Come on.
Do you think triple up on Sheffield United is wise? I don't know. I don't know.
Another wild card because you've got to get rid of them.
Well, do I though? The fixtures aren't. The fixture. Oh, I mean, yeah, they are.
No, you're never going to play them again.
Yeah, that's what you got to think about, Jason. Is that you're moving forward with no other wild cards or anything. This is going to be your team.
Oh, really, Steve? I didn't realise that.
3 Villa and 3 Sheffield United. Do it.
Yeah, might as well.
Right, I want Jamie Vardy in.
Jamie Vardy.
And I'm going to bring in Jesus.
Are you going to do it?
Oh
Go
god,
on.
I can't
Doesn't
afford
matter,
it.
you
I
gotta do
can't
it.
afford
You
it.
gotta
I
do it,
can't
Lee,
afford
come on.
this.
What a
I'd
shame.
rather go. I'm gonna go Maris.
Asking you.
No, I'm going Maris.
Oh,
And then,
you're gonna
then
regret that.
hang on. Oh, this is. No, I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna regret not going Aguero. I know. I can see Aguero. I can just see it now. I just see if I don't have Aguero, I'm gonna get punished. I'm gonna get punished. Reina, get Reina in.
Reina, no chance.
Double game week goalkeeper, mate. Get 4 points from him.
Yeah, save points. You probably get 3 points a game, 4 points a game.
Yeah, I reckon I get more points with Reina than I would with a single goalkeeper. But it's the fixtures. Shocking. But then I've got Henderson. Oh, actually Henderson. I don't want Henderson in.
But Henderson's not going to play next week.
This is like a
And we'll be
freaking.
left
It's like a merry. Yeah. It's a merry-go-round of players. My team at the moment. Who can we bring in for this one? And then knock-on effect for the next one. Oh, do you know what? Am I stupid considering Leno?
Definitely.
I
Well,
don't know.
Leno's a good choice.
Considering
I
you're
don't
expecting
think it's the worst. I don't think
7
Leno.
goals.
I don't think that. Look at the
Yeah.
fixtures though. The fixtures after Man City aren't that bad, and Leno's a good goalkeeper.
Southampton and Norwich.
Yeah, their
No, you've got
fixtures
to
are good
step
after
up
Man
fixtures
City.
afterwards.
Yeah, Leno can bring in. Mahrez is gonna have to go because I've got De Bruyne anyway, Laporte and Aguero. Actually, this I'm not gonna be able to afford it, am I? Gonna have to bring in Reina because he's cheap.
You've still got
Three.
Nketiah.
Yeah, but who for Jota?
Yeah, you're
I said, do you still have him? Did you get rid of him?
Got 5 million now. Such a rubbish fleck. I mean, fleck. I don't know. It's like I'm trying to put out fires in my team and starting new ones.
So like Mane,
Yeah.
isn't it, James?
Cantwell.
No.
There you go.
Cantwell's good. Fixtures are good.
Duda.
No.
He's playing number 10. He's on corners.
Oh, the doodaddy.
Do-da-do-da-do.
And he's 0.1%
Is he?
owned. Yeah.
Yeah,
massive
there's a
difference.
there's a reason why he's.
Nobody knows about it. He only came in January.
Oh,
Yeah, no one knows about him.
Right, I'll bring him in for the moment. That's not too bad. That team's not looking that bad. I've got 0.3 to upgrade. Where would you upgrade? Bolly?
No.
Soyuncu?
Yeah. Leicester's
Yes.
fixtures aren't that great. What's
Oh, you could have brought in
4.7?
Maguire. But you
What, how much
just
is
No,
wanted
he's
Maguire?
5.3.
5.3.
Oh, I'm
5.3.
close. I'm close. Oh, maybe I could
way.
sacrifice. Man United defender though, really?
Have you not seen
They
their
had a lot of
fixtures?
clean sheets.
Yeah.
That's the.
Yeah, I mean, I was singing and dancing about Wan-Bissaka at one point. And that was a bad one.
And Fernandez is putting nice balls into Maguire. I think Maguire had like one of the most shots on target for defense.
Come on, slabhead. You watch.
You're making
you
me
watch
bring
against
him
Tottenham.
in. You're gonna make me bring in Maguire.
No, you're
Point
gonna have
one.
the same team as me. So that's
Yeah.
Same team as me, but slabhead.
That I actually like this. What? Who can I? Where can I save the 1.1? Bolly. Saiss.
Yeah, you could get Saiss 4.6. I think he's 4.6.
Point one. I've got to spend. I've got to spend that 0.1. No, that right. Can you? What do you think of this team? I like this team. This team's actually quite a nice team. It's not too many eggs in too many crappy baskets.
Can you read it out, Jason? Because I can't see it.
Right, okay, sorry, Firetalk.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
Leno, double game week. Reina, double game week. Maguire, Stevens, double game week. Baldock, double game week. Laporte, double game week. Saiss.
You bench
Grealish.
boosting? You're not, are you?
Yes, I'm bench boosting. Yes, Grealish double game week. Mane, Duda, sorry, De Bruyne double game week. Fernandez. So yeah, I'm not going to say this. So Leno, Reina, Maguire, Stevens, Baldock, Laporte, Saiss, Grealish, Mane, Duda, De Bruyne, Fernandez, Vardy, and Ketia Aguero.
That's pretty good.
Nice team.
That's
nice,
a pretty.
Nice.
I'm confirming that one, my friend.
Just watch
And
out
then
for
changed it in
Laporte.
10 minutes.
That's the only question. Watch out for Laporte because he's hardly played any
Well,
games.
what I could do,
since he's back.
but the thing is, I could take out Reina and take out Laporte and bring in Edison for
You don't think Laporte's going
guaranteedness.
to play, Charlie?
I'm sorry, say that again.
You don't think Laporte's going to play?
Well,
And then Soyuncu.
I'm not sure.
Right, question: Soyuncu and Edison, or Laporte and Reina versus Laporte and Reina. Soyuncu and Edison
Soyuncu
versus
and Edison,
Laporte.
definitely,
Yes, I agree.
definitely.
I would go the other way.
Really?
Well,
Can we get a
I've gone
vote?
the other way.
Let's get a vote in chat. Soyuncu and Edison, or Laporte and Reina. Vote in chat. Come on.
But Laporte, of course, the double game week hero.
Yeah, just bring that up. Yes.
20 points. Both double game weeks, 20 points.
Just imagine if he didn't go with Laporte and he does it
I
again.
can't see Soyuncu getting 20 points in a single game week.
What are people saying, Jason?
Edison and Soyuncu.
There we are.
But
then I'm taking-
if he does score.
Reina out. I'm never going to use him. Then I've got two expensive goalkeepers then. Whereas at least with Reina,
You can't bench boost with a goalkeeper that's cheap because there's nobody any decent. You've got to put in a
Well,
4.5.
4.5. With 4.5, it would be Reina. I
I'm
mean,
saying
you
you
could
have
get.
to, otherwise you're putting in a button. You're not getting any points on your bench on the bench boost. So
Well,
you've
that's
got to
what I
put in a
mean.
playing
What I mean is,
goalkeeper.
going forward, I've got to choose between Leno and Edison, and then if I bench Leno, it's 5. It's 0.5. I've just sat on the bench.
Oh, I see, because you're saying you're putting Edison in as well. Yeah. So if
Yeah,
you've got Reina, then it doesn't matter. You just leave him on your bench at 4.5.
exactly. He's fodder, isn't he, going forward?
Yeah. And if you get a free transfer, you can take him down to 3.9 button at some point.
Yeah, Arsenal can't defend. I can see Laporte scoring. Ah.
But that would be awesome. Laporte scores against your Leno and you don't have Laporte anymore.
Yeah. You just know that's going to happen, don't you? Duda or Cantwell? That's the question. I've seen Cantwell play. I've not seen Duda really play.
Duda looks decent, but go with your gut, like Steve would say.
Ah.
I just like the 0.1%. We're talking about trying to get from 450 going up. It's a good way to go up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Need Trent Alexander-Arnold? Do I need him?
No.
Yes.
Do I need him?
No.
When moving forward, you do after this. How are you going to get him in?
Leicester.
The only way I can afford him in is take out one of Aguero or Mane. Or downgrade Fernandez, but I'm not doing that. To be honest, I don't mind this team. Tottenham away though, Man United. Tottenham away.
Well, you said
Yeah,
Man
but
United are
after
going to
that,
batter him, didn't you?
It's the fixtures after that, though, Jason. They got good fixtures for the run-in.
Yeah.
Spurs game.
Yeah.
You're not just getting them in for the double game week. You're getting them in for the 9 weeks, right?
I know. So realistically now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double game week players. That's enough, innit?
I think that's how
You
many
don't have a
I've got.
wild card. do you?
6 on bench boost.
You know what? I like this. I like this team. I think this could be my team. I honestly think this could be my team. Steve was like,
should clip that.
Yeah, definitely clip it.
lunchtime for Laporte? No, thanks.
Come 5:30 tomorrow, it'll be different.
Oh, I can't. But I think is I'm working. I can't jig around my team tomorrow. I can't jig around my team. I'm not gonna have time to do that.
I can't do that either.
Thoughts on Rashford? Great player, coming back from injury. He's got a point to prove. Christoph, good differential. Laporte to Doherty. But this is a double game week.
You could do that as a transfer down the road.
Yeah.
The week to play Liverpool.
Yeah, I think, you know what? We could be here all night going through the intricate, individual, switch out this player for this player and go around in circles. But as a balanced team, that looks pretty balanced. And I can navigate through game week 31 to, bench Stevens or Baldock really and play Saïs
for the rest of the season.
Maguire Saïs, Maguire and Laporte. Baldock and Stevens for the rest of the season. Yeah, right. Keep throwing those digs in, mate. Yeah, appreciate it.
Low blows.
Yeah, I think we'll wrap up on that, guys. I think, and again, from my point of view, I want to say you guys are awesome for being with us. We've had some amazing viewership tonight. I don't know where we're at now. We were over 160 the last time I looked. I don't know what we're at now, but we're over 100 likes. Guys, thank you for liking the stream. If you haven't done so, please hit that like button. Also, if you haven't already joined Discord, join us on Discord. We are on there pretty much daily, and Firetalk, Charlie, talk about Discord. How do you find it?
Easy.
Don't just listen to us. Listen to the guys on Discord. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Firetalk, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, loads of sections to go on to as well. Like, you go down the left-hand side, the navigation, there's like loads of things you can go into and talk about. All different leagues we talk about. Rate my teams, all sorts of stuff on there that you can go into.
Yep. Yeah, and it's just a great community. It's been growing and growing and growing since literally this time, November, essentially, last year. But yeah, I'm not going to take up any more of your time, Firetalk. I'm still envious. I think the
next time I promise it'll be sunny next time.
The storm's past me. The storm's behind me. But and Charlie, thank you ever so much for coming on tonight as well and being part of the show. And I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. And I look forward to tomorrow. The game week is tomorrow. Can you believe it? We are literally
crazy.
It's hours away. Hours away, and amazing. And Steve-O, I'll see you tomorrow night, dude. And it's gonna be carnage. It's gonna be carnage tomorrow, isn't it? 7-2. 7-2.
1-0.
Guero! See you later, guys.
1-0.
Say goodbye.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Cheers, lads. See you in a bit. Jesus.
There we go. Right, that is that. I've got to keep that. I've got to keep that picture up on there. That's amazing, Steve-O. Even because FPL, he's a hero. Right, Steve-O. Final thoughts.
Are we still live?
We're still live, mate.
What, on stream?
Well, yeah,
No,
we are.
we're not. Get lost, are we?
We are. If you haven't already, follow us on twitter.com/Elite FPL. Instagram also, same username. You can also come now and join us on Facebook. If you use Facebook, please like us on Facebook. We stream onto Facebook when I do anyway. And Periscope, we're on there, and Mixer and Twitch and all those different platforms. But Steve-O doesn't know we're still live.
We are still live. Yeah, we are.
Wave, Steve-O. Wave goodbye.
I thought we were off air. I could have sworn then.
Give him a wave, come on.
Actually, in all seriousness, before everybody leaves, anybody on Twitter, go to @Elite FPL. Go retweet Alpine's picture.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get that picture out there. It's brilliant. If you're on Twitter, @Elite FPL, go retweet the Alpine.
We need to make that the thumbnail of the show, don't we? God.
I don't know if he's on Twitter. I couldn't find him on there. So hopefully you can get in contact and let us know. But yeah, go on there and find that. Other than that,
Amazing.
I don't know. I don't know what to say, Jason. Other than
Give him a wave. He's waving.